And we are live.
Hi!
As soon as our cameras decide to transition over for some reason. Why are we lagging? Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go.
Sad
Goodness. For
baby
some
lag.
reason it sat there and lagged. I
God,
was like, no, you don't
internet's
need
so
to
slow like a snail. It's so upsetting.
Man, it's almost like it's
Not
fitting
even,
for today's game.
not even the
Weird.
quick snails.
Boblin,
Not
no.
even a quick snail. Not even like a trail snail.
Goblin.
A regular, slow garden snail.
Regular slow gardens. Anyways, welcome to the Rectification. This is episode session, however you want to look at it, 19, where today is called the Snerby. I'm
That's
sure
really.
that'll get a more punny name as the evening continues, as I'm sure there will be plenty of comments made. As you can see, all of my lovely players are in their snail derby colors, as well as our lovely guest, Tanner. Thank you for joining us. Tanner, will
Hello.
you tell us your handle and where to find you and what you do real quick?
You can find me at the Mithril Warlock, or at Mithril Warlock. I've recently rebranded, so I'm Tanner. Nice to meet you all. I don't know what to say.
Hi, Tanner.
I'm being
Hi,
cute.
Tanner. Hi, I'm Tanner, and I play D&D. Hi,
I play
Tanner.
D&D.
Hey.
Sometimes DM stuff. I don't know.
You do DM every Friday as well.
Yeah, on the Library of Lost Tales.
Perfect.
We had a session earlier today.
How'd the
It
session
was
go?
great. I almost killed a character, and there wasn't even combat.
Go.
Solid.
Just
I've
wild
done that a couple
magic
times.
almost
Or
killed a
not.
character.
This is
This is great. This is great. So today, you get to be a player. You get to be a lovely, Snerby participant, which will be something that comes up a little bit later, where we'll introduce your character.
Ew,
and...
racing.
or we're going to racing.
Are we back to starting like this? This is great. This is good. Yeah.
It's fine. Anyways, so thank you to Tanner for joining us today as our guest for this evening. We're very excited to have you and interested in which character you're bringing to the table today. In the meantime, the only announcements I have would be the Rolling for Charity 24-hour stream that's coming up is November 13th. Some of my lovely players will be participating on stream, participating in supporting Doctors Without Borders from last year. This is our second annual one. We raised $7,500 last year. We're going to see if we can beat that this year. I'm very excited. There's going to be a lot of fun segments. I'm looking forward to it. Additionally, I'm going to turn it over to Din, because Din, our lovely channel artist who made our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful intro, has gifted us with something very amazing. I'm going to throw a fun stream over my face so you'll still see me, but I wanted to show the full detail of this.
I got inspired by Exandria Unlimited and thought, why not add something for us that was upon that style?
And
Yay!
this is what you came up with. So, tell
It looks so good.
tell me a little bit about it. Walk me through it.
I wanted to add in little Easter eggs for all of our characters. So the
We did.
I don't know what you're talking about. What A?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about either.
What A? What are you talking about? There's no A. What could possibly be so important about an A?
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm
Shut
pretty
up.
sure Ava has this like lovely thing in her like notes of like this A that I literally.
This A that I
It's
kept
on-
finding.
It's on a napkin. Talis still has it on a napkin.
And a napkin.
That
Just
A.
more abused napkin.
No, but this piece of art is gorgeous. Thank you, Din.
I love
It's
it
incredible.
so much.
Can we talk about how Din made it in 2 days?
'Cause they're
14 hours
crazy.
total? My hand hurts.
Insane.
I
It's
don't-
insanity.
but
Get some sleep.
I think
Hyperfixation.
that is all of the announcements. And
I will say I'm debating putting it up on my Redbubble just because I'm still unsure about Redbubble's pricing. But if I do end up putting up somewhere for viewers to buy prints, I will have that in an update on the next time that we're on.
cool. Sounds good to me.
I want it. I want it as a poster.
But if you do through Redbubble, you could get it as a blanket
That's also true.
Mhm.
That's
or
also
as a shower curtain.
as a shower curtain. You can put that on Zazzle as well. But anyways,
Let
we'll
me.
figure it out. We'll figure out logistics later. Tin frantically is like, I gotta go. Never mind the stream.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay.
Snerby, gotta spend some
So,
money. Real
last-
quick.
Last game, last session, our lovely players discovered that there was a Snerby after taking our snails back to their rightful owner and breather of giant snails and racing snails, Borin, who is a gnome. You guys talked to him a little bit, found out that there was a Snerby that he sends his, a snail derby of sorts that he sends some of his top snails to go participate in race in. It allows the adventurers that are in the guild nearby to have a little bit of fun, do a little bit of betting, and provides a really fun activity for tourists to come and see. Luckily for you all, he had a couple of spots open for riders, and being the party of adventurers that you are, he decided that you wanted to participate. A couple of you had been very excited, Cersei, as you got to spend more time with your snails, and Borin told you to come back the next day or the day after, and he would teach you the ropes of how this Snerby was going to work and do a little bit of training with you, and then the next day after that, you would participate in the Snerby. Luckily, there's a couple of other jockeys and things around that will be able to provide some other insights into maybe how Snerby works. But in the meantime, we had ended at the tavern where you all were starting to go your separate ways for the evenings, having talked about a couple of different things. Rutherford kind of dealing with some thoughts and some ideas that had come up from previous discussions with our lovely blind sight-wrought elf. While you guys were also in town, you had noticed a couple of other individuals with some sight-wrought, which you thought a little odd, as that normally comes from drinking contaminated water. But mostly, your focus has been on the large Snerby and the events that are going to proceed up to it. So at this time, in this evening, you all were starting to get ready to go to bed. Bless you. You all are starting to get ready to go to bed. You're fine. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do this evening before you prepare for the Snerby?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
I think I was gonna like chat with Athalis all night and just
Yes. Our lovely
bond
Leonin.
over Braun, basically.
You were going to chat to our lovely Leonin boy that was in the bar. Cool. Was there anything you wanted to ask with Alice particularly, or just kind of chatting, like getting to know him?
I think it was mostly just like chatting. It's been a minute since I've like run across someone that's got, you know, equal strength as me. Probably, I'm probably questioning him about just his work and his craft. He finds interest in those things.
Okay, so to remind everybody from last session, Athalos is the Leonin tanner that Rutherford had taken the owlbear pelt to get some work done on it to turn it into
Really expensive.
very expensive, spent a lot of coin to get this done, but Rutherford, seeing somebody of a similar stature and build, as well as not seeing many Leonin, had invited him to come to the tavern with them. and chat. And so Athelos did take you up on that, and you've been sitting and chatting with him all night. Was there any particular questions you wanted to talk to him about, or was it just more of a general?
Nah, just general chit-chatting, sharing stories, cool fight stories or whatever.
Okay, perfect. Cool fight stories.
Or whatever.
Or whatever. Cool fight stories, or whatever. Like,
Not a big deal.
Alright, perfect. Was there anything anyone else wanted to do?
It looks like
You can go first.
Cersei would, before, everyone seems to have spread around, she would kind of, before going to bed, whatever time they go to bed, would wander over to each of them and tell them, in the morning, in case you wake up before I do, don't eat or drink anything until I'm up. Okay? Aye?
Certainly.
Aye, thank you.
I seriously doubt that I will wake up earlier than you, but alright.
I know, but if
I
you
think that's
decide,
mostly directed towards me, but okay.
if you decide to sleep on the roof again, and then decide to go wandering around, I don't know.
I slept on the roof one time.
Which is more times than most people.
I think. I don't remember. I've done that more times than once.
Well,
Depends on the mead.
Yeah, depends on the day. I think Cersei has only seen you do it once. May assume you do it more often than once.
I don't know
I
if it's
did
happened.
it once. I was planning on doing it again or sleeping out in the wilderness when that one weird spoopy child.
Spoopy child, yes. We love the spoopy child.
Kept trying to hit me.
I love the spoopy child. Anyways, anything else you guys would like to do?
Yes. I had turned to bed earlier than the rest. My giant note. I cannot forget it. After learning about Rad, Coraline has spent a couple hours in the night making a little gift of rabbit pie pastries and a Druidcraft wolf figurine, and wrote a little note and has left it at the door of Rad's after he went to bed. And I will send you the note, my lovely den.
Aw.
That is what Coraline's been doing. And it's a very beautiful Druidcraft wolf figurine, as she is an artist. She has spent hours of the night making it. So, that is what she's been doing. Hold on, let me send you the message.
You're like, hold on, I guess.
One second, sorry.
Let me just
sorry.
sort this out for you.
That's what I was doing. I just want to make sure that was put out there. Cool.
Cool. Do you want Rutherford to read it aloud, or
Oh,
is this?
do you want me to read it out loud?
It is really up to you two. I'm gonna leave it up to you two.
I can read it when I.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'll let you
I need to
read
type it out
Yeah.
first. I had written it down, but it was a lot of scratching out, and
That's
I'm all
okay.
like, I'll just type it.
Yeah, it'll take me a minute. It will. By the time we come back around to that, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else you all want to do?
After I literally failed my vibe check so hard.
You did.
So
fail that
hard.
check.
Oh, is that the
So
right?
bad. I am gonna look around the bar after talking to the Dragonborn, and is there any dwarves in the bar?
There's not any dwarves.
Then probably at that point, Raven will retire, and she will try and reach out to her patron, and basically while she's in her room. Is she sharing a room, or are we sharing again?
Yes, you are. I believe it was Talus and Coraline and Raven and Cersei and then Rutherford.
Got
I
it.
thought I was with Raven this time.
Did you want to be with Raven this time? I don't remember if you had decided.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember what I saw in the last one, but I don't really.
I can't even remember.
I think I might have been with Cersei, because I think I wanted to
Okay,
talk
cool.
to Cersei.
We'll say
Okay.
Talos, Raven, and then Coraline and Cersei, and then of course Relaford by his lonesome.
Of course. So yeah, she will just like go back to the room, and like if Talos comes in at any point, all you would see is like her kind of like sitting on her bed, notebook out, pen like poised, like she's about to write. But she's trying to reach out to her patron and basically ask about like going back, because again, she hasn't asked about like has anything more about this like spooky child or the transfer of getting like through these tunnels in Feywild, and also asking about the Lady of the Lake.
Ooh. What specific questions are you writing down? Do you know? Or is it just
She's writing down of where she would find more information about the Lady of the Lake, or if that is something of interest to her patron.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Oh. Okay. I haven't done one of these in a while. Oh, that is not good. That is a 15.
It's not great, no. She doesn't immediately respond. You feel a little left on red.
Feeling like that it's like kind of like nothing's happening, she'll just then recite back, and basically sounds very much like mumbling under her breath everything that she's learned about Born, about the Snerby and his snails, and basically kind of like reciting all of that.
Okay.
Are you doing this before bed or in the tavern?
She's in her room
Yeah,
at this
before
point.
bed.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, Relaford's just gonna wander over and be like, why are you mumbling to yourself? Like,
No, I was gonna, if you were gonna be still down in the tavern whenever you were done, I was gonna be like, yo, Raven, that drinking contest. But
No, she's wondered after like literally failing the vibe tech, she's like kind of been like, maybe I should like, because she pretty much shocked the new like adventuring people of like, what is she doing? So yeah, and I'll give it Talos of whenever you come up to the room, you can always roll, and we'll see if you at what point Raven is in this whole process.
alright. Anybody else?
I would like to go out in the town and see if I know of anyone that might have a connection to my people.
To your people? Your organization?
Yes.
Your stuff? That's a good question.
Can I
Yes.
leave a message in Thieves' Cant? Because I never get to use that feature.
No, you have not yet.
On a busy street, but I'll leave it at night so that it's like,
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
it was busy during the day, but at night it's not as busy.
Yeah.
So like I'll write it.
You would have been able to look around town and everything like earlier today, and been able to know which streets seem a little busier during the day, who would see it, etc. And find like a blank wall. How big are you making this?
Not too big. I would say like something like this.
So big enough to like to be noticeable if you're looking, but okay. What do you want to put on it?
I'm going to say in town, and then just put the name of the tavern that we're in.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, in Thieves' Camp. Perfect. All right, you do so. You're able to put it on there. What are you using to put it on there? Are you using just like ink, or do you have something specific that you're looking to use?
Do I have chalk? I doubt that I do. Let me see what I have here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have chalk. One piece.
Perfect.
I will use chalk.
Perfect. You used your one piece of chalk. You still have your one piece of chalk. It doesn't take up the entire piece of chalk to do this, so you're fine. But yeah, you scribble on there quickly with some chalk. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you head back to the tavern?
Nope.
Nope.
I'll head back.
Perfect. Okay, you head back. The street is pretty relatively quiet. Not a lot going on at the moment, but you did note that there was quite a few adventures and things like that. So maybe taking a long rest or resting up for the night, getting ready for future endeavors. Is there anything else any of you would like to do before you head to sleep for this evening?
Do I catch Raven in middle of her chant?
No chance.
I would say roll a d20. Above 10 you do, below 10 you don't.
Great. Perfect.
Are we getting the roll?
Oh,
You love.
you were waiting for me to roll.
Yeah. It's like you're walking in on this.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, so you'll come in and she's like kind of in this like interesting kind of like meditative, like mumbling, eyes closed. And I can't remember what it's called, where it's like literally you're just writing without like thinking and looking at your book. I think it's like automatic writing
like
is
that.
basically what it kind of looks like, is what she's doing on her bed.
I will not interrupt because that's really weird.
I thought you were gonna say that's really rude, but like, alright.
Fair enough, it is.
And I'll just go to bed. Yes.
She'll spend like another like 15, 20 minutes doing this and then like open her eyes and go, "Oh, welcome back."
Hi. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh,
What were you doing?
Oh, it's how I talk to my patron.
Oh, that's similar to Coraline.
Oh, I haven't
You
shared.
talk to the same person?
No, as far as I can tell, they're very different. Less scary eyes thing. And
Does your patron also mess with people's lives?
not in the. I don't. Okay, first of all, I don't have a book liquor. This is my own. This is literally she like shows her notebook and she's like, it's literally a regular notebook.
Okay.
So if you put your name in it, it literally is you just signing a piece of paper.
That's what I thought with the other one too.
I literally bought this in like a couple towns ago.
Should have insight checked that one, Dallas.
My book literally writes back to me. It is not a normal book. Like I've shown you guys. Like
Dallas doesn't know that. All she knows is she wrote her name in a book, and now she doesn't have a shadow.
Yeah. So I don't know. My patron, I don't want to say messes, but like she works with deals. She gets something, I get something. I got what I needed when I needed it, and
that doesn't sound bad. Equivalent exchange. I can get by that.
Yeah, well, it's she's the reason I learned how to fight. So
does she talk to you often?
she can be fickle at times. It depends. Again, she looks for information, and Depends on how good my information is.
How did you find her?
How much do you know about gods, patrons?
Not much, I'm afraid. I don't really believe in that kind of stuff. I know it's real, but I'd rather stick to what I know.
That makes sense. I used to read a lot. I read about many gods, goddesses, and then my father went missing, and I started looking for answers that I couldn't find. But I found more interesting books, and I found my patron's book. And she offered me something that I couldn't get in other means of skills of how to defend myself, so I could go looking for my father.
In exchange for what?
Information. Hence, again, I'm good at research. I had a great way of going around. I visit many libraries, and there's always something interesting, and that's where she likes information. So the more information, and the better information, and the more interesting information I get, the more chance she listens to me, and I keep my powers. And I keep a way of being able to defend myself while I'm out on the road. So it's been really nice having people that I haven't had to, fight off bandits by myself.
Yeah. Having people has been nice, hasn't it?
Yeah. Red is great. He's a much bigger target than me, and he defends himself, and it's good. Yeah, because it's nice not being the one that is focused on first. And I don't know if you've had this of traveling on your own. Sometimes being a single female on the road can be rough.
Yes, I would agree with that. I've definitely had my rough patches on the road because of that.
Yeah, so yeah, my patron gave me the ability to go looking and feel comfortable doing it and being able to take care of myself. So I'm grateful for it. Though after seeing, again, didn't know more than what I've read about many patrons, and there's very few books on many of them. I don't recognize Coraline's her. And those eyes creeped me out so much.
Are most patrons from the Feywild, or do they exist in other realms?
The Raven Queen isn't from the Feywild, is she? No, she's in her own realm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ooh, isn't that like the opposite?
Kind. Yeah. Yeah, so she's not really from the Feywild. Again, to each realm their own, and they have their own things. And realistically, it's they just like the deals, and you get something, they get something. You just have to decide if that deal is worth taking.
Is it very often that deities are reaching out to regular people and gives them power?
Speaking from experience, I was not in a very good place. And you're very vulnerable when you're in crisis. So it seems very appealing. So maybe that's when Coraline patron reached out to her. Again, speaking from experience, the brief bit I know. But again, people, they look appealing when you get an offer and it seems like the best thing you've seen in a long time.
Sounds to me like deities target the vulnerable.
I wouldn't call them deities. I don't think I have the same relationship as Cersei and her. Or Rad. When we went to the spiritual place, both of them seem to have very different ways of communicating than what I do.
Are you saying your patron is just a regular person that you're just doing deals with?
Oh, definitely not. You've seen what I can do with my sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She's also a bit of a weaponsmith. And
have you ever I don't remember, have you ever told a group your patron's name?
I don't think so.
No, you have only referred to your patron as she or her. You've never said a name, you've never said...
Yeah, I don't think so. Of
anything really about her. The only instance they may have an inkling of who it is was when you had that raven feather that had been placed on your pillow that you were holding. But that's the only inkling.
Yeah, because I talked to the guys at the ball, but that was not around anyone.
No.
What's your patron's name?
You know the town of Wickervale?
Would I know?
The Wickervale is pretty well known. It's well known for very particular things. So yes, you've heard of it.
Yes, I've heard of it.
And how they have a place where they worship the Raven Queen?
I might have heard it in passing.
She is the one I have my deal with. It's why when we were heading up to Demore, I, was thinking of, after if we didn't find my father or any clues in Demore, head down to Wickervale and, see, maybe find more information about the Raven Queen, and maybe someone there might have some ideas, and then we get transported across the frickin' continent. Kind of ruins
So, you say that she's not a deity, but there's a whole town that worships her?
Again, I hadn't been there myself. I've heard of it, but I wanted to find out more. You could say it's a bucket list item. I've been preoccupied looking with my father, and then I found out this, and then we get it. But again, transport cross country, huge other, kink in my plan. So yeah.
Okay. That was a lot of insight that I didn't know. Definitely feel more comfortable now when you're writing, because I get very nervous now when Coraline is writing.
Yeah. Don't worry. So far, she's never asked me to have someone else try to talk to her, and I guess the only thing I could say is if I get interesting information, I tend to pass it along. So
I can relate to that.
I will try and ask permission and consent before passing anything along, but if there's something that you definitely would like me to explicitly say, probably let me know. Or if you have questions, she sometimes is helpful.
What kind of questions? Obviously not people's locations, because if not, you would have.
No, it's more of that spooky kid thing with Coraline and the Night Hag?
Yes.
Yeah, I asked her about her, and she didn't know what it was. So it's questions like that. And so, again, I want to find out more information. The more information she has, the better it is. And
does she know anything about curses?
Probably.
And deals? Is it not a curse? Am I saying things wrong? I feel like I'm tortured.
I don't know.
for
Do you
life.
think you're cursed? Is that what you're asking?
It feels like a curse.
Is
It
it?
feels like a curse.
Okay, alright.
Well, she definitely does know, because again, deals, and if you break a deal, it's probably not the best of things. I don't think I could probably ask her tonight. She seems to not be very receptive.
Okay.
But maybe tomorrow, like I could ask, and if you give me specific questions are usually the best. Of if you have something specific you're looking for, there's a better chance. If it's vague, she can be vague back.
Okay. I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, good night.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, you have this conversation. I think Talus has gained some insight into what a patron is, besides just the negative experience they're experiencing now with a fae. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you good to move on to the next day and going and meeting with Borin? Relative to your nightly thing, of course.
Well, actually, I was gonna.
Yeah, go for it.
When I go up there to read the note.
Yeah, go ahead. So,
Okay. I'm sure I have wonderful laughs and good talks with Athalis.
You do. You have a wonderful evening, and eventually he does excuse himself as he does have work in the morning, and somebody just recently placed a large order that he's trying to expedite. So, he does excuse himself. But thanks you for the drinks, thanks you for the company, and thanks you for your business once again. And then he takes his leave.
How... in the time of talking with him and drinking, me being a higher alcohol content than ale, how much drinking would have happened, I think, in that?
How much would you have had?
I don't know. Like, was he the kind of person that would, like, you know, finishes a drink and orders another
Like, he'll
sort
sit
of...
there and drink. He probably had 3 himself. He was trying not to overexert himself, but also have a good time. So he had 3.
Okay. I think I probably would have done the same. Would that gauge anything?
Roll me 3 Constitution saving throws, and we'll find out.
Oh. 3 cons? Okay.
3 cons.
Alright.
That's what he rolled. He rolled 3, so I'm gonna have Rutherford roll 3.
Okay. I forget I need a calculator for this game.
What?
What? I can't do math.
We're gay. We don't do math here.
Okay, 13 for the first one.
Okay.
Natural 20, 26 for the second one.
Amazing.
And 20, 30, 20 for the third one.
Beautiful. Alright, yeah, you're feeling good. You're warm, but you're not, like, drunk or tipsy. You have a nice buzz. It's not anything where you've overexerted yourself or you're worried about a hangover the next day. You just had a really nice conversation with a really nice drink with a friend. That's basically the extent of it.
Okay, so he's going to make his way up to his room. To which, let me find that again. Coraline, did you put the note and the thing outside his door? Or did you, like, open the door and, like, put it, like, on his bed?
I don't have a key to your room, so...
I don't think it was
When
locked.
has that ever stopped anyone?
Yes,
Yes, that's what I thought.
This is more of a nicer moment. So she was just gonna put it outside his bedroom area, his room. But it was gonna be a couple hours, so, and then put it there. Just let it be.
Okay, so when he goes up there, he sees it, he picks it up, closes the door, locks it, and then reads it. And he reads, "I'm so sorry about your family. I cannot imagine the pain you are going through. I know this is a trivial gift and can no way alleviate your sorrow, but I hope it brings you some joy." And he looks at the figurine. And he takes the biscuits, he takes a bite out of it, and it is good, but he puts the rest and he actually does sort of like an offering with them. And he's looking at this wolf figurine, and to him it doesn't look like him. It looks like his old mentor. And he starts crying. Coraline, I wish you hadn't. This feels more like pity than an apology, if only you knew. And he puts it down, and he's gonna be broody and go outside again.
He's the angstiest of boys.
I'm an angsty boy. But he, like, sort of cleans his face off and goes back outside the tavern, and will just be out in the evening. He's gonna take a walk.
Okay. After your walk, are you going to come back and then go to sleep?
I don't have my maps anymore. Is there, like a more quiet spot of town,
You're
or
for, like, a grove of trees, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd absolutely be able to find,
Nature.
like, a nice, quiet spot.
Yeah, he's gonna do some like grounding techniques, trying to just calm himself because he does not want to feel this emotion right now. And of course, he's gonna do his usual,
Perfect.
for the night.
Perfect. Alright. Alright, you find a nice quiet grove. Are you staying there for the entire evening?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you find a nice quiet grove near, kind of near the tavern, just somewhere a little off from the beaten path that doesn't have any visitors. It doesn't look like this is visited very often, but quiet enough for Ralford to just enjoy the night air without being interrupted or having to deal with the emotions that he's currently experiencing. In the morning, you all awake and are able to, first off, Cersei, I know that you are not letting anybody eat or drink anything until you are able to purify food and drink. I got you. I understood exactly where this was going.
Raven is too petrified of getting sight rot after seeing multiple people, so she is literally anxiously waiting at your door, being like,
I am hungry.
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 Coffee?
Coffee, please.
Come on. And Cersei's gonna try to gather up as much like food for like the day.
Coraline is down in. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna try to go downstairs and try to gather up as much of the food that they're gonna eat that day, as much of the water they're gonna drink that day, just anything that's gonna get consumed. Put it all together on the table and start. Of course, ritual testing her, purifying food and drink.
Yeah,
Just like, please don't poison my friends.
yeah. You say
Just like, Coraline was down there probably like before everybody because she's an early riser and had all the pastries that she bought the day before out and was just not eating them, sadly looking.
Torture, no.
Oh. Okay, so are you adding the pastries into the pile that Cersei is currently purifying?
I mean, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Oops.
I kind of ate one.
Mine is
Oops.
poison rad.
Unrelated. Can you roll me a d20, please? Constitution, please.
Me?
No, Nat.
Oh god. This is so wild because I'm actually writing you something right now.
Great, that's fine.
Oh no.
This is unrelated. I just need to see how you're doing. That's all.
Oh great. Cool. Ooh. A D20 you said?
Yes.
Just a D20.
Just a d20 for me.
18.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Okay, that's all I need. Thank you. And so, Cersei, you're able to purify food and drink. Eventually, after ritually casting it, you know for certain now whatever, if anything, was in this, it's fine to eat.
Hi.
Perfect.
Dig in.
Talus,
Coffee?
Raven,
Coffee.
Talus, are you coming downstairs?
Yes.
Okay, great. You find your other, your other party members. Din, is Rutherford coming back?
We were told where, like, we already visited
Yes,
the Snerby
you know
farm,
this.
right? Okay, when he wakes up in the morning, he's actually not going to go back to the tavern. He's going to go straight over to the Snerby
Okay, perfect.
area.
Perfect. Great, I will come back to you in just a second. Yes. Cersei.
Right after she's done purifying the food. She's gonna get one of the mugs of coffee, bring it up to Marvis.
Hi,
Gonna try to
Dice.
fix the boy.
Okay, I just looked over and I saw the ice cream sandwich. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
There's the snail emote I was looking for!
Els.
Oh, hey, Cersei, if you're going up to Marvis, I think
Okay.
I left a glass of water by his bedside. I would definitely switch those out if you could.
Aye.
Yes, double sight rod.
Yeah, make it so much worse.
Okay, yeah, you're able to go up to Marvin.
Right, like you get cured of the cold, go straight into the flu. Let's go. Like no.
Just really put my immune system to work.
Yeah, I did see that. Anyways, so you go up to Marvis. He is still asleep.
I'm gonna have to wake him. We're gonna have to head out. Just gonna.
You did not have to bring him if you didn't want to. He's.
No, she just
fine
wants
staying.
to get him healed up so he's not just sitting there blindly for no reason.
Okay. So you knock on the door. Oh, yes, you can come in. As you can hear the sleep heavily in his voice as he's just waking up.
Marvis, I'm sorry to wake you. Brought fresh water, fresh coffee. Best not to drink or eat anything that hasn't been purified, so this doesn't happen again. Is it okay if I try something to see if I can help you?
And he'll sit up in bed. He's still wearing the clothing from the evening before. His vest that he was wearing over his white shirt is put off to one side over a chair. And he sits up. Sure, I mean, that. I guess you guys have helped me so far. Sure.
I thank you. She's gonna kind of go over to him and just kind of with her very webbed hands, which is gonna be interesting, just kind of cup his face a little bit. She's gonna rub her thumbs over his eyes and cast Lesser Restoration.
Perfect. You cast Lesser Restoration. Does he need to do anything?
Nope. It just says it's instantaneous. You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting him.
Okay. Takes a couple minutes. And takes a little longer. A little longer. Eventually you do see a little bit of the cloudiness to start to fade away.
Hi. Does that feel any better?
As he blinks. Yeah, a little bit. How about I'll stay in here today and won't do much and exert myself, but I'll just rest and see by this evening if it's better or gone.
Hi.
Thank you.
You had a hard day yesterday, yeah. Rest up, drink the safe water, and we'll be back later. Okay?
Sure. Thank you again, Cersei.
I get more sleep. She's going to just close the door as quietly behind her as possible, trying not to be any more disturbing than she already is. Head back downstairs.
Okay. Alright, are you all headed over to the snail farm?
Snails.
Hell yeah, we are.
Okay.
If I can, I would like to make a point. I want to be there before everyone else is.
Okay, well, someone's already beat you there. But that's fine. As for your
Oh,
party,
I wonder who that might be.
as for your party,
Sir Boblin the Goblin.
I'm just gonna say during the whole time we're walking over, Raven's gonna be like chatting with like Cersei about like seeing the snails again and like
yes, you're very excited about your snails. So, eventually, you
Wait, has
do
anybody
come-
seen Radford this morning?
Oh, did anyone check the roof?
I want to do it. I want to do a thing before they get there with whoever the
Yes, you will.
runner
get your
of the
chance.
Snerby.
You will get your chance. Absolutely.
Did you check his room or anything? I mean, I didn't see anything outside it, so he must have gone back. But
Did
he
anyone
still in there?
spot him before us?
It's safe to assume you already know where he's going. He was aware of where you were headed this morning, so.
Either he's there already or he'll catch up with us later.
all right, I was just a little bit worried.
So you guys are walking.
Who's gonna go after the wolf?
Aww.
So, Relaford, what would you like to do when you get there? You get there first. It's early morning. You come back across this ranch where Boren, the gnome, the breeder of these snails, lives. His home is quite a bit smaller than the large barn that houses all of these 60 snails that he breeds and owns. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm wanting to see who runs the Snerby.
Okay. So Boren told you he breeds the snails for it. He did not tell you who runs it. Are you headed straight to the farm? Because the track is not open yet.
Yeah, I would want to ask Boren who runs it, because I'd like to talk with them.
Okay. So you get there. So you're looking around for Boren first.
Mm-hmm.
You do not find Boren first off. There's somebody else that's hanging around the barn, kind of waiting around, also for what you assume would be Boren. Tanner, do you want to describe what's standing in front of them? As you stand there waiting for your...
I'm using a character.
As you're standing there waiting for your longtime friend, he asked you, Boren, yesterday to come bright and early because they had some new of their derby racers, and he wanted to make sure that there was somebody who knew the rules around to help him explain as well as train these new riders, because he didn't want to be liable in case something happened.
No pressure.
What do you look like? What does your character look like?
So Ruben is a halfling with tan skin, a mutton chop into mustache facial hair. They're wearing a red bandana, black shirt, leather apron, and you can see that there is scars all over their body. One of their eyes is a little bit messed up, and their right hand is completely mechanical. And they're just kind of leaning against the barn, bag over their shoulder, jug at a side, just holding a sandwich and eating it as they're just yep. I don't know why I'm here so early.
Is Ruben an early riser, or does he prefer evening?
I think Ruben's more of a night person.
A night owl. Okay.
Is it a Ruben sandwich?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And what are Ruben's? What are Ruben's pronouns?
Ruben is he, him.
He, him? Cool.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Perfect. Thank you for asking. So, Relaford, how tall is Ruben?
Ruben is 3 foot and some change.
Amazing.
Oh, but yes!
I love him! Stunning!
Amazing. So you and Boren are pretty much the same height. This is kind of how you bonded over your height size. You're like, yeah, it's fine.
Small.
Small. You bonded over
Small boy. Much love.
But yeah, Ruben, you're standing there against the barn, leaning against it, a little annoyed that you've had to get up so early, but you feel like you kind of owe Boren a little bit in your sandwich. Rutherford, you walk up and you see this halfling with a mechanical arm standing there eating a sandwich. What would you like to do?
Good morning. Are you also here for the Snerby?
Oh, yeah. Boren asked me to teach people. You want a sandwich?
Actually, that doesn't sound that bad. You're the one that
reaches in the bag, pulls out a sandwich.
I take the sandwich. Thank you.
You are now in possession of a Reuben sandwich.
I would just like to mention that you're reaching maybe Radiford's kneecap.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm reaching down to get the sandwich.
Also, Reuben is sitting
tiny,
down on the ground, so he's even shorter.
Actually, and that's the case, he'll squat down to eat the sandwich and try to meet you at eye level just for respect. Are you the one that runs the race?
No, I don't run the race. I just race in the race. Yeah.
Tanner, your character Reuben would know that Kree, a drow, a drow, a male, masculine presenting drow is who actually runs the Snerby.
Yeah.
But you're the one that teaches. Are you in any way capable of setting up advantages on the snails? Out of curiosity.
Are you talking about cheating?
Not necessarily, but and I take out my
cheating.
I take out a couple gold coin with a note and pass it over to Reuben. Read this at your own will. Do with it what you may. Although I would prefer you actually follow through with it. If not, then I have paid you for the sandwich.
All right. Thank you for the gold.
And I'm gonna send Ivy and Tanner what the note says.
Wow, we're already out here making deals.
Bribe. Bribe me, do it.
Oh, so this is going to be below the belt. Just want to let you know, all bets are off now.
Oh, this is going to be a wonderful
Except
time.
for we don't know all bets are off.
No, it's going to be a great time. So, let me look at this here.
Hey guys, it's Snerby Day.
It's
I'm
Snerby
so
Day.
happy.
Raven is literally talking to Cersei about like cabbages for their snails and like how cute the snails are and like remember the really small ones we saw and the really big ones.
Snails.
They have ones that are rat size. That's ridiculous.
They do.
It'll be great. I'm gonna ride them. I'm gonna try and see.
Right now.
I have a question. Do you think Boren is going to let me, by asking really nicely, can I make him a pamphlet? For trail snails! Promoting trail snails!
Oh, like
I need some writing
advertisements.
like an advertisement. When you said pamphlet, I'm like for him, for his personal use?
No, for promotion.
For his
'Cause, you know,
marketing. Okay.
Yeah. I could use some writing, like again,
Well, usually there's illustrations. Can you draw?
have I ever seen Rad drawing in his little like book?
Yeah.
Okay. Raven just kind of looks disappointed for a second and then goes, Rad can draw.
Aye. Okay. With your script and his doodles, that could be quality, actually. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff, but sounds good.
She just like starts skipping because she starts thinking as again, she's a new bard. She wants to get her name out there.
It can be checkered and then have like a pair of snails and they're facing each other because they're friends. That'd be great.
I love it.
Well, I know what my new art project is.
Oh my god. So,
Hi, Din. Do you need a new art project?
I do, thank you. I just finished a great one.
you did. That's a great one. So, as you're having this conversation about promotional work,
Snerby jersey.
yes.
No.
Tell us, Coraline, are you guys just following along, like enjoying the conversation about the snails? Cool.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. All right. So eventually, you do come up to Boren's ranch, which you are familiar with. It has all of the snails. This is Boren's, abode, as well as where they, create all of these lovely snails and everything else. And standing there is a very well. I guess you're sitting now. You're sitting with Reuben. Is sitting Rutherford next to a character that you've never seen before, a mechanical arm. They're both munching on 2 sandwiches. Sandwiches you're not quite familiar with, but I mean they look good. It smells good. Yeah. What would you 4 like to do as you come upon this?
I have a question about the sandwich.
Yes.
Because Reuben's a halfling, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Is this sandwich halfling sized?
I feel like it's human-sized sandwich, so it's big in Ruben's hands, a little small in your hands.
Okay, so Rad's gonna nibble on it to try and enjoy it because he could technically just eat this in one bite.
It is a delicious sandwich.
But it is, in
incredible.
fact, a Reuben.
It is in fact a Reuben, but it is delicious.
It's like those SNL transitions where they have the elves handing a candy cane over to a regular person.
Yes.
It's huge for them. It's a little tiny one.
Yes,
Perfect.
exactly. So you all walk up to these 2 characters standing here. You do not yet see Boren, but you do see this halfling and Rutherford, who's been missing this morning.
Oh, there you are this morning. We were wondering where you were.
I was here. Waiting
Just
for it. For the most part.
You're
More or less.
incredibly not
And
a morning person.
You're... Sorry. I was talking to you.
I'm aware.
No, and you are.
Oh, me? Hi, I'm Ruben.
And what are you?
I'm a halfling. That's what I look like.
What happened, you guys?
Oh
I'm checking out.
no!
on
You
the
can't
right
just
person.
ask him
We
what
have
he
not met a
is.
halfling.
You can't just ask them what they are.
Ask them what they are.
At this reaction, like Raven just elbows her in the rib cage. Actually, sorry. How tall are you, Coraline, again?
I'm taller than you.
Beat her hip.
Elbows her in like literally your thigh of being like.
Not that short.
Not sure. I think it'd be more like the side of their stomach, like their gut.
Like right at the waist.
Yeah.
That's an interesting hand you got there. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I did. I had some help though from some people. I don't know if the name of the place is unknown or if the name of the place is unknown.
How'd you need it?
I lost this hand.
I know, but how?
Owlbear.
Coraline,
I just.
I am
Yeah,
very sorry.
Owlbear came up.
I am
That
very
was it.
sorry. Coraline asked 20 questions if anyone knew that she meets. Are you
I'm Coraline.
here for the snails? Also,
Yeah. I'm supposed to help you all learn how to ride them.
you're gonna help us ride?
Yeah.
So you've done this before.
Yes, I have. I've never won before though.
I don't care, but you know how to do it.
Yes.
You're officially the coolest person I've met today.
Would you like a sandwich? Hold on another.
You're telling me you had more?
Yeah. You want another?
I will politely decline. Cersei here. Oh, we're being rude. I'm Raven. This is Coraline. Cersei. That's Talus. You've met Rad. We're gonna be riding in the Snerby, and we're very excited about it. And
I'm
thank you.
thinking
so much.
about you, like, training snails and learning how to ride them. Like, what did you think in your life that was going to be your profession?
It's not my profession. I'm a chef.
Oh.
No wonder
That's
it
an
tastes so good.
Yeah, I have like 8 more sandwiches in here, so if you're hungry, let me know.
You might be my new favorite person. Just saying. You could open a business.
I have a little stall. It's called Reuben Sandwiches. I want a restaurant one day, but
Is it in the square in the town?
I move it every so often.
Well, after you
Is
teach
what
how
you
to ride
specialize
snails,
in
you need to
sandwiches?
tell
That's
us.
it?
What? There's too many words going on. I'm a simple man. I can only hear so much at one time.
I'm a simple man.
I'm a simple
Oh my
kind of man.
Coraline asked if you only make sandwiches.
I can make other things as well. Sandwiches are just my forte. I can make stew. I can make cake. I can make sandwiches.
Scones?
I've never had a scone, so probably not.
We might need to change that. But, whatever, shoot. Is it Borin?
Borin!
Whenever Borin gets here, I imagine we'll start.
Borin, wake up!
Oh. As
Borin!
as a window from one of the floors opens, I'm coming! Slam. You as a party have never seen Borin act this way. He was very polite. However, he did hear Ruben's voice, and they've known each other for a very long time. This is just the interactions between them. As eventually, after a couple of minutes, Borin does come back downstairs and comes out to the barn, kind of looks to Ruben, gives a little nod, looks to the party. Are you all ready to learn how to ride?
Aye.
Okay, and he will slide open the barn door. All of the snails are recently woken up. They're munching on their morning breakfast of cabbages and carrots and just their little vegetables, whichever their preference is. Looks like Borin may have gotten up early and then went back to bed after he fed them. Your snails are over here. Ruben, I put your snail over there. You know where it is. You'll find them.
What does a Reuben snail look like?
So,
Look over.
Scoping out that snail.
Ruben's snail is just a very basic looking snail. It has some teal paint on it, and its name is Jelly.
So like our snails, which I think our snails' shells were like originally that color. You've painted your snail's shell.
Yes.
Perfect. Just wanted to clarify.
Beautiful.
yeah. So,
We love it.
you all are able to get your snails pretty easily. They're a little more familiar with you now, so roll me animal handling. Roll me animal handling, but the DC is quite a bit lower since they're more familiar with you now after going on this journey.
Does Cersei just hug her snail?
Just goes up and just wraps her arms around its big old thick neck and just hugging it.
Oh, are we all rolling animal handling?
Yes.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
22.
I know, me too. It's
It's
not.
okay. The
It's not my
DC
thing.
is very low.
22. I'm
11.
a snail.
18!
Okay. Talus.
That's cocked.
7.
7. Okay.
18.
18. The DC was 10.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Talus, you kind of wander over to yours. It's not that it doesn't like you, it's just the fact that it is happily munching on this cabbage, and you are trying to pull it away from its breakfast, so it is ignoring you as it just munch.
Can I
My
can I
cabbages!
can I wave down Raven?
Yes.
Yeah, Raven, after she like greets happily like Valley, and as soon as like I connect and like notice if like get Valley's attention, I am gonna cast Speak with Animal.
Okay, speak with animals. You're now speaking snail again, where it is just bobbing its eye stalks and blinking at you in this Morse code, but you're pretty capable of understanding it.
Tell us. You need something?
Yeah, I need some pointers. Maybe I noticed last time you were talking to the snails. Maybe you could tell me its name and tell the snail that I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah, totally. And she'll like walk in front of your snail and you just see like her blinking in a weird
A
little
Morse
pattern.
code. The snail
Is your snail did you decide on your snail's name? Did we decide on
Yes. He's a chunky orange snail and his name is Plumpkin.
Plumpkin.
and as she'll like she goes Plumpkin. Plumpkin just really likes his breakfast in the his is it him?
It's a him.
He really likes his breakfast in the morning. He will get to you once he's done.
He has one singular piece of lettuce hanging out of his mouth that he's slowly chomping on.
He just really enjoys his food. So you
Tell
know
him
Rad
that, tell him to take his time.
yeah, he's like Rad in the morning with his coffee. He's good to go once he's had it.
So after
Okay.
a couple of minutes of this conversation, you're letting your snail happily munch. He will turn to you, and you are able to lead him out of his stall. So, Ruben, you are aware that the training ground that you're using is actually out behind the barn. You're able to take Jelly and kind of lead the rest of the party out, happily on your snail.
Just happily riding Jelly.
Jelly is adorable, and Jelly is definitely a little bit of a chonky snail, which is probably where they get their name. Just a little bit of.
I feed them too much.
Yeah, but they're a happy snail. They're the happiest snail, and
Jiggle like a bowl full of jelly.
yeah, jiggle, as you are able all to come around the corner of this barn out to a training ground. It is a large oval track, not as large as the actual derby track would be, you assume, but it's set up with a couple of different obstacles and things like that. There is a starting line. Yep, there's a starting line, as it's kind of just a chalk line painted in the dirt. Definitely very much just for training. Ruben, you're aware that this is where most of the people just come out for a good time, or when Boren just is out.
This
with
is
the
for
snails.
those underground snail races.
Underground snail. Shh. Ruben would know nothing about that.
Of course not.
Snail
Of course
bites.
No.
It's not like there's a lot of money in it or anything.
No, well, no. So Boren kind of look over from where he is now, feeding a couple of other snails out in a pasture. These are a couple of very chunky snails that probably could use to lose some weight. If you'll just kind of explain to them what they're doing and the stuff, I'll come over there in just a bit.
All right.
And if you want to explain a little bit, I can also explain. I know we both have the rules pulled up, as our lovely Beans Hannah here actually was the creator of the Snerby rules, who helped me greatly and wrote the outline for it. Whatever we
So Ivy, is it the version with fighting or no fighting?
That depends.
Which version does?
That depends. How do you think that Ruben would tell them to participate?
Snerby or the Snail Royale?
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
I was
Ruben
gonna
just
say
want to be
instead of
like,
Squid Games? Is this the Snerby Games?
Snerby
Games.
Snerby Games.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Okay, so Ruben's just like, all right, so what it is, go around the track. There's sometimes obstacles. Sometimes people throw food in the middle of the thing. It gets hectic. There's also 2 different ways that it goes depending on what the crowd wants to see. Sometimes we fight each other on the snails. Sometimes we just race. But don't worry about getting hurt.
I'm sorry, we're fighting.
Don't worry. We use these special sticks. They're covered in like squishy stuff like hay and pillows. So you don't get actually hurt.
You just try and knock each other off the snails.
Exactly.
Is it like jousting? Jesus, I lost my accent.
More like chariot races.
Snousting.
Jousting in Irish. I don't know how to do it.
What did you do on Friday? I snousted.
Jousting. Oh, there we go. Got it.
You got it.
Don't need it for anybody.
What version are we doing?
I have no idea.
None of you asked me.
Oh, no.
Can we focus on just getting around the track first and then...
Yeah, get accustomed to riding on your snails and stuff. Only thing I will let you know, number 1 rule, magic is not allowed, but that does not mean that if you cast magic secretly enough that you won't get caught.
Wait, what about speak with animals?
Uh,
Does that count? It is magic.
Only if you get caught, I think. I don't know. It's just if you cast magic,
Going in.
there's a penalty.
At this point, Raven just looks at Valley and goes, "We're going to work on this real fast."
Is this like a seriously competitive game? I thought we were just like doing a
There are leagues for Snerby. This is more of a for fun game that you've been drafted into. But you're aware there is some very competitive Snerby.
There's a lot of gambling involved.
There is a lot of gambling.
Oh, so we're doing this for money?
You don't have to.
Probably not, but I'm just saying, like, there's other snail races where there is a lot of gambling.
And you said they sometimes throw food in the middle.
Yeah, a kid threw a cabbage in the middle one time. They just went with it. One of the snails stopped in the middle of the road, started eating cabbage.
Is that legal?
I mean,
I love
they didn't stop it, so.
So not only are we going to just have like a racing each other around the tracks, but now we also have possibly food thrown out of us, jousted off of our snails, and then there's also obstacles. We're doing this for fun.
Aye, snails. It'll be more fun.
Hey, my donkey is the very basic race kind instead of the whole thing. But
We heard Snerby and we all signed up. This is what we are signing up for. So we might as well take the gamble.
Well,
Right?
this is
They're
very
racing
little
on.
information, and now I'm learning the information. I'm wondering if this is.
Coraline, aren't you the most competitive person about of us?
don't worry, no one's ever died in a Snerby. Only seriously injured.
Aye.
And remember, we have
I'm not
life.
sure about Coraline, you guys. Me? Yes. Coraline? I have no idea.
So eventually Boren will wander over and be like, well, are you gonna get going? tracks are all ready to set up. Let's go.
Sure. Like,
Boren will
Is
kind
there
of
is there an audience?
No, this is just
This is
at
practice.
Boren's.
This is just a practice.
This is a practice round.
Oh.
So
At this point, Raven like hops herself on Valley and like starts petting Valley, being like, "Okay, let's just get around. It's gonna be great, and we don't have to rescue anyone at this time. We're good."
that is true. You don't have to rescue anybody at this time. So you all line up, and eventually Boren will kind of say, "All right, I want a good, clean fight as far as I know." Kind of looking around.
Coraline's gonna reach into her book and pull out a new die. Just hold on to it.
Oh, interesting.
a what?
A newt eye.
A new
Petrified
see
eye of a
this?
newt.
Newt eye.
Newt
Okay, that makes sense.
eye. No, did you say, think that she said new eye?
I thought you said new die.
I was like a necktie? Like,
No,
I mean,
like
not really go with your look.
I don't know, guys.
Whatever.
It's just something I'm pulling out.
It's an eye of newt.
The eye of a
If you're
newt.
confused.
Okay.
I'm just like, yes, evening wear while we're riding snails. Sure.
Hey,
Excuse
Coraline's
me.
fancy.
Excuse me. Alright, so you all line
Hey,
up. your
Raven, I'm just
snails.
gonna try something real quick. I just want to see what this does. And I'm gonna chuck the eye of the newt at you.
I'm gonna try and catch it.
Roll me dex.
Just straight dex.
Yeah, just roll me dex. Well, actually, roll me athletics.
Athletics. Oh, I was like, I'm better at straight dex than I am athletics. That's still a 15.
Okay. Catch it. Pretty easily able to grab it. Now you have a new eye in your hand.
What's this for?
Oh, okay. Wait, hold. Sorry, I was trying to click on my stat. What's your passive perception?
14.
The least
Perfect.
suspicious thing.
Cool.
Passive perception.
What do I notice?
You don't notice anything, actually. I was trying to just pull up my stat, but I roll my dice.
I saw a sleight of hand.
So, new eye? You have a new eye in your hand. Congratulations.
Gross.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm happy.
Raven's just holding a new eye. That's just how it is. kind of weird. Alright, so
Good race to you, Raven.
this is going to be a very basic run that we all just know, kind of the statistics of how you're going to run the track. Boren will eventually tell you go, kind of count down, give you a 3, 2, 1, and let you go. So to go faster, I think I sent you guys like the basic movements. You can do a boost with an animal handling check. You can attack if it allows fighting, or you can secretly roll to cast a spell, depending on what you'd like to do. The snails move 80 feet per round, and you can make an animal handling check for a boost to make it go faster. So it's up to you how you'd kind of like to go about that. We don't have to go through the entire race if you guys want to kind of hold off to participate in the actual Snerby. That way you can kind of look at the mechanics as well. But it's kind of however you want to do it. Because me and Tanner can also answer any questions if you guys want to look over the rules, kind of think about what you want to do, and then we can kind of do a montage for this part, take a 10-minute break, and then come back. That way you guys can actually
I
participate
want
in
to
this
find
really
out
quick.
what this freaking newt thing is. So as soon as we say go, Raven is going to be like, "Get her done, Valley!"
Get it done, Valley? Okay.
Eater done.
Cool.
And for some reason,
Cool.
Raven is just going to slightly go southern.
For no apparent
For some odd reason.
For some
Oh,
reason.
I mean, that was supposed to be to you, but I put it in the group chat, you guys. I did roll 14 plus 2,
Okay.
so 16,
Okay.
which beats your passive.
Good.
But Cersei, I don't think that beats yours. So you do hear me mumble something under my breath as I would chuck that new die.
Deceptive. Cersei sees all.
So, you do hear Coraline mumbling something. So I think what we'll do is we will do a 10-minute break. That way, because we are at an hour and a half. So we'll do a 10-minute break. we will say that you guys kind of go around the track. It's a very basic track. They didn't use any of the obstacles or anything like that on this particular course. It was just more to get you familiarized with it. You all were able to complete and finish the track, kind of understand a little better about the rules and what your boosts and things are, that you can boost a snail with an animal handling that can go a little faster. Raven will kind of shout over, and give you guys tips and things like that. And then when we
Ruben's
come
just
back,
chasing after them with a padded club.
that's exactly what it is. So we will take a 10 to 15 minute break. I'll let you guys kind of think about how you might want to strategize with your actual Snerby, and we'll transition into actually partaking and being a part of the Snerby race that you're about to go into. That way we can take the second half and just do that. So,
Yeah!
okay, so we're going to take a 10-15 minute break, and then we'll be back with more Snerby. We'll be back.
Snerby!
Colors.
unmuted you all at the perfect time. Oh my god. That was good timing. Good job, you guys. Alright, we are back. We are about to go into Snerby. So, between the time that you guys are done with your race, before the actual race starts from your practice time, you do have a little bit of time to visit with Ruben and Boren if you want to chat with them at all.
Yes,
After
please.
training, can I stop Raven?
Shh.
Hey, Raven,
Sure.
how was training for you?
She like looks at Valley and like pets Valley and goes like, you know, I'm not as adept as you as like riding on things. So I think Valley and I were gonna chat with Boren. We're gonna get some like tips and tricks, but we're gonna make a great team. And Valley did so good.
Out of character, I would like to say phrasing.
How was that say? We all were like, working to leave it.
Okay.
We're not saying anything. It's fine. It's fine.
At this point, then Raven is going to try and find Boren, and basically she is going to try and persuade him in the most charismatic possible to give her like some secret tips. And does like Belly have any like good like speed boosts or like any like quick moves?
Yeah, so Boren will kind of explain that, yeah, she's really good at, like, dodging things, like when people throw cabbages in there, that she's normally pretty good about avoiding those kinds of things. She struggles a little bit to avoid some of the other obstacles, so just be aware of that. But
Wide berth?
Overall, yeah, wide berth.
Can I be taking a short rest?
You can be taking a short rest if you'd like, yes.
Yes.
By the way, Ruben has set up a table full of food and drinks.
Amazing.
It is not only sandwiches.
Oh, okay, so you kind of
There's
set up
also
the
other
spread
stuff.
for the party. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk to Ruben about, or ask any questions about, or talk to Boren about?
So
Aw.
for this Snerby, yeah, I'll talk to Boren. Is there going to be like a giant crowd and stuff watching us?
It's a midday game, so there will be like a nice sized crowds, but not anything like ridiculous. Like it's not going to be like huge or anything like that. Also, thank you Adventures in Initiative for raiding. I'll be over there on the 29th, where I'm playing a level 20 character. It'll be great. We're raising money for Extra Life, so it'll be fun. So next Friday, so I won't be here. I'll be there. But anyways,
Ruben, so if like, I'm not sure if you've noticed how bright my hair is. It doesn't really go with my style. I was wondering if I could like change it for the race. I was told by Ruben that there's no magic involved, but it's not going to affect me or any way.
like cosmetic wise.
Yes, and she'll like flick her hat, and like her hair will turn into a black, silky, straight hair as Elise's, the same exact type of hair look. It just matches better, you know, goes with the aesthetic.
Yeah, that's fine as long as it's not like cheating or like anything like that. Like you should be fine.
Oh, perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay. And anything else?
No, but this is super fun.
Okay. Yeah, you blue one.
Hi, that's me. For this race,
Yes.
what brand of the two races are we going to be doing?
So you're just going to do the normal race. I didn't think that you all want to do like the fighting and stuff like that. There's a little bit of obstacles, like you might have like some traps and things like that. But like you're not going to be trying to knock each other off or anything like that, unless you want to participate in one of those later on.
You said traps. Are there any specific kinds that we should know about, or are we not allowed to know?
Kind of depends on the setup of the race day. It just kind of depends.
Okay.
He's gonna pick up one of the sandwiches like that Ruben has. Like even though there's more stuff, he's still gonna pick up one of the sandwiches and start munching on it.
Hey, Cersei, about the food.
Hi.
The food? The
I don't
sandwiches
know.
that Ruben's serving?
Munch.
Should we mention
munch,
something?
Munch.
At this point, he's already had so much. I don't think that purifying it now is going to do anything.
Alright, because I have been avoiding everything. I don't want to, you know.
It's been like 2 hours, and he's eaten like 3 sandwiches. I don't think if If he's poisoned himself, there's nothing I can really do until he starts having symptoms.
Wait, are you saying that all the sandwiches are...
Huh?
I've eaten biscuits, I've eaten sandwiches. Are you saying that now I'm... possibly might be getting it?
Hey, Borin! Ruben, I know you're a great cook and everything. We've just noticed that around the town that there's some sight rot going on, and just
you don't have to worry about my food having sight rot or anything. It's magic.
What?
It's magic food.
What do you mean it's magic food?
I just pulled all this food out of this bag right here. You really think it just came out of nowhere?
Is it a bag of holding?
No.
What?
It's a bag of sandwiches! That's wonderful.
It's a bag of sandwiches.
It's like a magic cornucopia.
Who made that bag for you?
It's a
Or did you make it yourself?
sandwichtopia.
Sandwichtopia.
Some people at that
Unknown?
unknown.
Wait, so you call yourself a chef, but, like, you're not making the sandwiches?
I mean, I can also cook.
But just the sandwiches come out of the bag.
Basically, all the ingredients are in the bag, and I just use magic to stick them together.
Can we chat after the race? I have some interesting questions for you.
Sure thing. Also, if anyone wants some of these cookies, they'll make you feel a little bit healthier.
Cookies?
I'll take a
I immediately grab one.
Just hold on to their cookies. Anyone who eats them, they get... Hold on. You get...
I love the idea of cooking.
I'm a very
You get some
food-driven
temporary hit
dog.
points.
Oh, but we're all full.
I'll
take a cup. Can I take a couple for the future?
Oh, you all get 3 temporary hit points if you eat a cookie.
Yep.
I love the
Can I take some
idea
of
of
those
a
cookies
cookie
to
that
go?
makes you healthier.
Yeah.
Healthy cookies.
It's oatmeal raisin.
I
Right,
love
Oh,
Very
no.
excited, really disappointed, and then she's like, "Well, you know, it's," and then she looks at
Oatmeal
you and goes,
raisin
like,
is
"Oh,
so
how much
good,
do we
though.
owe you for
It's
the?"
Kato. It's a Kato.
Uh,
It's a Kato cookie.
This is all free. You all seem lovely.
Rad puts the whole thing in his mouth and starts chewing and makes the realization as he says oatmeal rice. He said, worth it.
Worth
But yeah, you get 3 temporary hit points if you eat a cookie.
Thank you.
But definitely after the race, I have something I need to do. After the race,
Yeah, you got it.
She seems Raven is very excited, and she like seems slightly flustered.
He's
And
just
like,
holding up his metallic thumb.
What exactly does your arm look like? Is it covered by your shirt? Like,
Most of it, the sleeves are rolled up. Like this part of the arm is regular, but then after this point, it's just mechanical from that point on.
This is not something that the rest of you have really seen. This is a piece of machinery or equipment that you're not familiar with.
Why I asked when I saw it.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's rude.
Just so you know, it's not something you're very familiar with. It's kind of a new piece of tech that you've not seen before. But, anyways, is there anything else you'd like to do before you head off to the races?
Ivy, did you get my message of?
Oh,
What was that, Tanner?
And then let me know exactly when we're on the starting line, because there's one last thing that I want to.
got it.
Before we go to the races, I'm going to hand Raven a different cookie. This cookie is for your snail. Just give it to them. It will help out.
I like look at you and go, "Is it a cabbage?"
Did we
cookie?"
see this?
Are you trying to be stealthy about this, Raven?
Healthy.
Stealthy?
Ish.
Ish? Do you want
Just kind of like hand it over.
Okay. Do you
Want me to roll
roll me stealth or sleight of hand, and just like you're not trying to be super open about it, but you're also not like super.
So you said stealth or sleight of hand?
Yeah, whichever one you prefer.
I'm doing sleight of hand.
Okay, sleight of hand.
That's a 23.
The rest of you want to roll perception and try to see, or
I don't even think if I rolled like nat 20, I would get a 20. I would get a 21 if I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, so
I'll give it a try just in case, because this will be funny.
all right, roll
I'm
for
gonna
me.
try just in case.
Nope.
No, that's nowhere near it.
Okay.
Nope.
So now you don't see it as Raven hands this cookie over
He's
to
like-
Raven.
Cookie.
Oh, thank you. And then she kind of just leans over and as quietly as she can, she goes, "Is that a cabbage cookie?"
It has some cabbage in it. It also has a little bit of shredded up carrots. There's some oatmeal.
Ooh,
Some really healthy stuff in there.
good for snails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She like takes it and like she goes, I'm excited and thank you for the racing lesson. It was very helpful. But I really want to talk to you about your bag. And then she like looks at your arm and goes, and maybe I know this isn't prying, but I've never seen an arm like that, and I collect stories and interesting tidbits, and I would love to get to know you more.
Sounds all right with me. I mean, it's not much of a story. Owlbear came and ate my arm.
It's still a story. You should hear Rad
All
talk
right,
about
Percival.
Okay, so finishing up your conversations, is there anything anyone else wants to do to get ready or anything like that before you go to the Snerby? Seriously, dying. Amazing. All right, so off to the Snerby races. So
Oh, wait, I have a question. Is it just
Yes, love.
us in the race, or is it like
it is
Ruben and somebody else?
It is U6 in the race. For this particular race, they had lost a bunch of players for this particular race. So you guys are
Okay.
kind of like the opening act, like the opening race to this day's events, which is why it's kind of a midday game, a lot more casual. It's kind of more of a tourist entertainment as to kind of see what the Snerby is about. As you approach, Ruben, you have been here multiple times. You are well aware of where you're headed and are able to quickly lead the group into town to a large arena. And as you bring your snails with you, you can see a multitude of the guild, like the Adventurers Guild people kind of taking seats, a couple of them gambling and betting. You just kind of look at it. It's an overall very cheerful vibe. Everybody is excited and just enjoying a nice afternoon at the Snerby. As you approach, the arena itself is a very large building, open room, open top as you walk in. In front of you is a similar track to what Boren had already had set up. However, this one is a little more professional looking. There's like benches around the actual arena itself, a round dirt track with markers very specifically marked in lines for each snail, as well as the starting line and a announcer's booth kind of in the middle. That way they can use thaumaturgy to boost their voice enough for the crowd and do the narration of what was happening on the tracks. Currently, there is nobody on the starting line, and you're able to easily assume you are first up, so this is where you would head. Is there anything you want to do before you head to the lineup?
Once everyone is online, like Raven is going to like in turn to each of like to Rad, then Coraline, Cersei, and like she's gonna say each of your guys' names and like wish you good luck, and you feel a little slight tingling when that happens. She is giving you each a bardic inspiration,
Ooh.
Ooh,
so it's a 1d6.
1d6.
Aw.
you're a bit nicer than I am.
This
She
race-
wants you to ride well.
This is going to be interesting.
Hey Val, did you give your snail that cookie?
Yeah, and once like she would have done this and like fed her snail the cookie and like prepped herself and like is giving like Valley a full-on pep talk at this point.
Okay. So you give Valley the cookie. Tanner,
Just
what
looks
does
like a
the
lot of
cookie do?
weird blinking.
Your snail now has an additional +10 to their movement speed.
Oh my
I'm
god!
angry. You know what? I don't feel bad about what I did anymore. I just
Hey, you don't know this. You don't see this.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
So,
I know. Nat doesn't feel bad anymore.
so as you are getting ready, mounting up on your snails and giving them a little bit of a boost, Ruben, you also taking your place on the line. You see a very nicely dressed drow with silver hair, purple skin walk up to the announcer's booth. He's very tall, slender, wearing a black suit, well tailored, incredibly attractive as he
Oh my God,
walks
yes.
up to. You're like, oh my God, yes, hot drow man.
I love a good drow.
Ruben, you're familiar
It
that
is.
this is Kree. You've seen him kind of around the track.
Ruben's literally waving from
Yeah.
the snail straight at Kree.
Yeah, Kree kind of like waves for a second, like knows who you are, is well familiar with seeing your face as he walks up to the announcer's booth himself and starts announcing, welcome to the Snerby of today's, our starting race. It's just an amateur's match of testing the strength of their snails. If you could all show your support, put your hands together for our, 6 riders, as he'll gesture out to all 6 of you. He then, on my count, if you all will please prepare your snails, and he counts down 5,
Oh my God.
4, 3,
Oh my
2,
God. Oh my God.
go. Roll me initiative.
Here we go.
Oh my!
We're going to do this by initiative roll.
Okay.
This is going to be very fun.
This sucks.
What sucks? What?
Rolled a 3. Right? Oh no, it's a 4 actually.
Ralpher, and they're constantly high rolls.
It's not! Listen, okay? I bless my dice and it works. You can't at me for that, alright?
I am also, just a
This
side
big.
note to everybody, I'm writing in big giant letters. Coraline meets her first drow.
Coraline is her first drow.
Her
Amazing.
first round, the beginning of a very long.
Oh,
wow.
God.
It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Your initiative is low because you were distracted by the pretty drow.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
for
cool.
sure am. Great storytelling.
No, you rolled a 3.
Oh, tell us! Oh my lord. Woof.
Oh my god, Cersei.
Boys and
Cersei with an 11. Talents. Let's see.
It's a Snerby, yeah, after all.
You'll get ready to rumble!
Okay, so Raven, you rolled a natural 20.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I
wait.
wanted to say one thing to
Yes.
Cersei before we started.
Yes.
Aye.
Hi Cersei, I think this makes you a certified snailer now.
Ah!
Oh my
Aye.
god.
Did you get it? Snailer? Because you're
I
Ocean.
cannot.
Beautiful.
I
just
thought that
beautiful.
pun
Thank you.
was so great, and none of you.
I'm
cannot.
I'm mad that it's good and I didn't think of it.
So good. Ah, yes!
Oh my god. Okay.
I love that so much.
Tina rolled a 9.
Later that night when she's sending to Meredith, she's gonna be like, I heard this great joke today.
Guess what? What do you call a sailor that rides snails?
A snailer. Ralph, is yours a natural 20 or a dirty 20?
30-20.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
cool. Thank you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a 4. Okay, perfect.
Snail time.
So, Raven,
Snail time.
you are first up. God damn it.
I already noticed chat.
I
Yep.
see it. Just know that you're going to meet that character and you'll understand why I laugh every time Mr.
Oui, oui, baguette.
Oui, oui,
Wait,
baguette.
back in.
It's
Oui, oui, baguette.
Anyways, you'll meet that character eventually. They're
I can't wait for that day.
they're quite the character.
I've always wanted to play D&D with Mr. B.
That's a day.
they're a wonderful character. You will love them very much as they are the bane of my existence. Okay, great. But Raven, you are first up. Rutherford, you are on deck.
I
So you have your different action economies. You can use your boost, you can attack if you're being stealthy about it. However, this is not an attacking game. Or you can cast a spell if you're stealthy about it. What would you like to do?
We are boosting.
Cool.
And
Hey, Raven, you get a 16 on your dice roll.
You get disadvantage on any animal handling checks you make.
No, but you get a 16 on your dice roll because I used my divination.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So you don't have to roll a dice. It's just automatically a 16 plus your animal handling check.
This stupid. Wait, do you get to do
I've
that
been
like that
bribed.
every round, or is
Huh?
that
This is
different?
so good.
So that'd be a 17.
Ruben
There
has
you go.
been bribed.
I've been bribed.
Does Raven feel anything, or is she just like super excited and like, let's go?
It's not really magic, so I don't think you feel much, but
Oh, she's okay, pure adrenaline, and
It's
she's
pure
like,
adrenaline. Okay, so cool. You move the entirety of your speed, which is 80 feet.
plus 10,
Plus 10. So you
Plus.
moved 90 feet around the track.
plus the boost.
Yeah.
yeah, that is
So 110.
Yeah.
So Raven has turbo. That's what Raven's
Yeah.
sail.
So
Yeah.
as you hear Kree say go, you just see Raven immediately bolt.
and you just hear, Red go fast, Red go fast.
Radford, will you please tell me what you would like to do with your turn? You are next up. You are on Raven's tail. However, they are moving extremely fast at the speed.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement and try to boost.
Okay, so you'll roll me animal handling. What was that? What did you
I've
roll?
never rolled this before. That's a 0? I have a -1 and I rolled a 1! Can I be like, okay, so I did my movement and I tried to boost and I did the wrong thing and now I'm going backwards?
You just kicked the snail by accident.
So,
The snail just looks at you like, what?
so
Like,
Radford, you watch as Raven takes off on this red snail, going extremely fast, moving very quickly, and you, in all of your determination, you knowing that you definitely can catch up, go to like kick the snail to like, okay, let's go, like let's run. You've been training for this, and you do so. But it's kind of baffled by seeing how fast this other snail is quickly moving and starts just kind of like bobbing its eye stalks up and down in confusion of what is happening. And it just stands still and just kind of shakes back and forth. So you're just kind of stuck there. And then it eventually does move, but you do only move the 80 feet at base as it's kind of trying to gain traction. As maybe it's just baffled by how quickly this other snail is going on.
How many feet did you say? 80?
Yep,
That's
80.
actually so fair.
Or is it less because you rolled a 0?
I think it's probably moved 60 feet in all honesty. It's going a little bit slower. It's taking it a little bit longer to get up and going.
So
This is just, there's just this giant ass wolf dude on a giant snail just going,
Yes.
"Nee."
A little bit. Yeah, it's taking a little bit of time for your snail to actually get up and go as you
My snail's being a snail.
your snail's a big snail. For the first time, you see your trail snail actually be a snail at the most inopportune times. Talus, you are next up. What would you like to do, love?
How far did Raven go?
110.
110 for Raven and
110.
60 for Rad so far.
Yes.
I'm writing down the numbers. So.
I also have them over
I
here.
know, I'm writing it too. I'm keeping track. I will do a boost.
Okay, perfect. Roll me animal handling.
Plus 2. 16.
16. Perfect. Alright, so 16. So, alright, you are kind of looked over. You saw as Raven's snail just bolted. You saw Rutherford have a little bit of struggle, and you quickly kick your snail, and it's able to move the 80 feet. And then, you're like, come on. And mid run. It's about 40 feet in. You kind of give it another little jolt of like, come on, we gotta catch up as it moves an extra 10 feet. So you have moved 90 feet. Perfect. So you are currently in second place as Rutherford is in third. Is there anything else you'd like to try? Any spells you'd like to stealthily cast or anything like that?
Well, wouldn't it be an action to do that? Or are you saying like if I can do it?
If you have a bonus action or anything like that.
Oh, how do we do it again? Sorry. There's something I want to do, but I don't know if it's a bonus action. It says oh no, okay. It's an action.
Okay.
And it's an action. No, I'm good.
Okay, on your next turn then. Alright, Cersei.
I'm frantically searching through like all my spells. Like, what can I do to help myself?
That's a good question.
Oh, how do I want to play this?
I don't know. How would Cersei like to play her first Snerby? Cersei out of Snerby. Sounds like a child's book. Cersei out of Snerby.
That would be a great children's book. Raven?
Tell me after the race, we'll work on it.
Raven cannot hear you. Raven is going fast.
Gotta go fast.
First round, we're gonna boost.
First round, you're gonna boost. Great. So, roll me animal handling, please.
Animal handling. I love this snail.
I know you do.
The snail loves me.
The snail loves me. I love snail.
That would be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, bet. Alright, so as you are looking around, you see Raven zoom ahead. Talus is not far behind. Rutherford seems to be having a little trouble as you pass Rutherford. You have moved, 100 feet as you are quickly gaining on Raven. Perfect. So you are in second. Perfect. Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Any bonus actions you'd like to attempt?
I'm a cleric. I don't have bonus actions.
We do not have
I
a
just
bonus
figured I'd
action.
ask. Alright. Tanner, Ruben is up
Like
next. What's Ruben wanting to do?
Ruben just like pets the snail. We got this. And then just Ryler going forward, then boost. So.
Alright, roll me your d20, please, for your
That's a total of 10.
A total of 10. So you are you're struggling a little bit as you're like, it's okay, but we got this. You kind of
We got this, Jelly, one day.
You kind of pat him a little bit, and Jelly and all of his cute little jelliness just moves forward. However, he's not the fastest of snails. You know this. Ruben is aware of this, but he keeps trying anyways. As instead of moving the entire 80 feet, you move 70.
I told you guys, Ruben's never won a Snerby.
No. So you
Told you.
So you pass You pass Rutherford going at a little snail's pace as Rutherford is kind of struggling to get their snail under control. Nat, you are up. What would Coraline like to do?
For Ruben,
She like blinks from looking at the drow and like looks over at Raven, never seeing like a elven kind look quite like him. Fuck, okay. I'm shit at animal handling, so I'm gonna move forward, and as we're moving forward, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have it carry a little bit of cabbage from earlier and have it go right in front of my snail's face. I'm gonna try to persuade it to go faster.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Come on, Umbra Snail! Damn it!
Oh my god.
Come on.
Uh, 14!
Somebody clip that!
Oh no.
Your turtle snail's not the smartest being, however.
You can do it!
However, they do really like food, and so you move an extra 5 feet as they missed a little bit because they really, really would like this. So you've moved 85 feet.
In total? Oh no!
Okay, alright. The crowd is loving this. They are cheering you guys on. They're kind of watching Raven with this weird, extremely fast red snail as they streak past. They're kind of giggling a little bit at the struggles because everybody's been there, but they think it's kind of funny. That's why they're here. They're here to have a good time, and they're enjoying it. They're cheering you all on. A couple of people from the stands recognize Ruben, and they're cheering him on, like, "Go, Jelly! You got it this time! You got this! You're doing great,
Jelly's
Ruben!"
a fan favorite.
I'm just imagining Ruben's eating another sandwich on top.
Are you nervously eating a sandwich right now?
Are you stress eating right now?
He just pulls a sandwich out of his bag and starts.
Kree, from where he's standing up in the announcer's face, is like, "Wait, bring me one of those later!" And we are top of the round with Raven, who is currently moved 110 feet. What would you like to do? You're still in the lead. Behind
Red, go fast! Red, go fast!
Go fast!
I'm literally just trying to boost.
Okay.
Again, disadvantage.
Still disadvantage, because that lasts 8 hours.
Okay, so nothing, no, any other effects?
Not this time.
Yeah, not this time.
Alright, cool. Okay, that's not, with an animal handling?
Yes.
So that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. So as you are running very quickly and encouraging your snail to go fast, yet like just being a great sense of encouragement.
Red, go fast!
Red,
Valley, go fast!
Red,
Red, go.
It kind of turns an eye stalk to the crowd, which is cheering you on. It seems a little distracted, and you fall back just a little bit. So instead of moving the full 80 feet, you move 70 instead. Still quite a bit of a
They
lead.
have that extra plus 10 though.
Yes.
From my special.
For everyone
Yes,
who
and
also
so-
does not know, I cast Hex on Raven and
Yeah.
made her have disadvantage on all wisdom ability checks,
Yeah.
so.
That's
But-
okay. She believes she's going fast. She is going to believe this into existence.
But with that extra 10 from that Ruben has gifted you, you move that 70 feet, and then it gets a quick little boost as it. Oh, we're falling behind, and it kind of realizes that it continues forward, so you still continue to move the full 80 feet.
Red, go fast! Valley, go fast! Red, go fast! Valley, go fast! And that's like literally, she is like pep talking and like cheering Valley on.
Are you saying this out loud and blinking?
Well, she's communicating with her snail, so it'd just be this interesting blinking.
Yeah, the crowd is a little thrown off by the amount of blinking that this rider is doing. There's a little bit of a strange look there, but they're impressed with the lead that you've gained, so. Perfect. Rutherford, you're struggling with your snail.
We gonna try boost again?
Okay. Alright. Roll me animal handling, please.
I feel like I should use a different dice.
I feel like I should use
And remember,
a
you do have
different dice.
inspiration if you need it.
Say,
Oh, yeah.
They give you all inspiration.
I might just use that. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. It's a D6, you said?
D6, yeah. She is here to help you all.
That's good, because I rolled a 2! That's 2, 6, so that makes it a 5.
Okay, so it's not a 2 then. That's
And here we have coming around the band, we have
Okay.
Red.
Sad.
Then we
You're
put on first, and then we
continuing
have
to
someone
struggle.
behind. That's alright.
So you're continuing to struggle. Rutherford, this is not your skill set. Like, you're able to ride horses pretty easily. However, you've never really ridden in a race. That really hasn't been anything that you've needed to participate in, let alone with a snail. So as you're running with your snail, it continues to fight you because now it sees this as a challenge, so now it's going to be extra stubborn. And you only move the 60 feet as it continues to buck and move against you and struggle against Rutherford. Is he getting frustrated at all? Like, what is the feeling Rutherford currently has?
And we are green, trying to make a move up front, but no, he's slowing down there.
He's almost at the point that if this happens again, I'm gonna start doing like rodeo buck style on this.
Oh,
Just start running yourself.
okay, alright.
Yo, that's not a bad idea. I definitely don't have as much movement, but
Alright, Talus, you are next up as Rutherford continues to struggle with their pet, their lovely Terrasale.
Alice is going to. She's gonna cast Minor Illusion and make it like a piece of cabbage, just have it fall off and roll in front of Cabbage Patch.
Okay.
Oh,
I love
So,
it.
a little bit of dirty. Alright, so you cast the spell. You still get to take your full movement, so you still move the 80 feet ahead. But as you are running past and trying to gain some ground up to Raven, you cast Minor Illusion as this little piece of cabbage just kind of rolls in front of Cersei's lovely trail snail cabbage patch. Cersei, will you roll me animal handling? I'm going to roll to see if you can keep them under control.
Animal.
Or if they get distracted.
16.
Okay, perfect. So you do. He just kind of veers off a little bit as it tries to attempt to follow this lovely piece of cabbage. That's exactly what it is. Like mouth open. It's like and Cersei, you're able to kind of
No, baby.
No. Like I'll give you cabbage later. Like whatever promises you have to make the snail to keep it on course.
It's just a leaf. I'll give you a whole head of it.
It's just a leaf.
You don't need the leaf.
Din?
Not those cabbages.
Well, let me think about it. That's not a bad question. Alright, so, Cersei, you are able to keep it on. However, Talus, you do take your 80 feet of movement, so you are continuing on. Alright, perfect. So, next is Cersei, as you are able to keep your trail snow going.
Would I have known that was Talus?
Roll me a perception check, and Talus, roll me sleight of hand.
This sleight of hand is ridiculous, though.
But, we'll see.
There's no way you're gonna beat me.
No, probably not.
Alright, what did
I got a 19, but you're gonna pull some weird number in the 20s.
remember
27.
you have inspiration.
That is bullshit.
Oh,
A G6 isn't gonna fix a 27, honey.
sorry.
So, no, you...
I'm trying.
So you do not realize that this has who this actually was. You're just like, oh yeah, you heard earlier from Ruben and them that there's sometimes food that gets thrown onto the track. That must be what this was.
For now, I think I'm gonna boost again.
Okay. All right. So you move your 80 feet and roll me your animal handling.
So much animal handling. Bum, bum, bum. 18.
18? Okay, perfect. So as you are kind of pulling your lovely cabbage patch back onto the trail, and you're like, no, I'll give you a whole head. Like, look, it's okay. You pull them up as you move 100 feet. As they're like, oh, okay. Like the excitement, you can feel the tenseness and the adrenaline underneath you as you ride this snail. As it kind
Damn
of
it,
pick up the pace.
Cersei!
Wait, so is it still red in first, blue second?
Nope. Red.
Cersei just passed
second.
them.
Yep, Cersei just passed them.
And here we
I named Cabbage Patch that for a reason, y'all. Cabbage.
I'm sitting here trying to cheat for.
I know you
How
are.
many feet did Cersei move?
Cersei just moved 100 feet.
So she's at 200. How far is the track?
Oh my god.
The trail.
I tried, alright?
Track is 480.
Yeah, that's
480?
the track is 480.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I could see the threat coming.
All right.
No, I'm just questioning. I don't know.
So, next up we have Tanner.
Hello.
What would Ruben like to do?
Ruben's going to try to sneakily cast some magic.
Okay, what are we casting?
They're going to cast grease in front of Coraline Snail.
Okay.
Counter spell! Cast counter spell!
That's if you notice them casting. So first, Tanner, have Ruben roll me sleight of hand. Let's see if you can be stealthy. Or stealth, what did we say?
That's 25.
25? Okay. Coraline, you want to roll perception to see
Coraline,
what's about to happen?
you are.
Give me
15
that 20,
feet
please,
in
dear
front.
lord.
The power of yeet!
Nope.
Okay.
By the power of
Alright,
Yeet.
so you do not
That's
notice.
too
So,
late.
Ruben, you
I cast grease right in
you
front of
cast
Coraline
grease
Snail.
right in front of Coraline. What save do they need to make? Dexterity, correct?
Hold on.
It's Dex.
Do you want to do it as the grease trap, or do you want to do the grease spell?
Do the grease spell.
Okay, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, please roll me dexterity.
That is so impressive.
I'm angry.
You can be
And
angry.
here we have some foul play coming in from Teal.
That you didn't notice.
6.
6.
6. Okay, so you fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now, like, what's my snail's dexterity? Is that gonna be
Nope.
like a different thing than me?
no, we're gonna go
Wait.
based off yours.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
it's only a D6, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely
D6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help people.
So, Tanner.
This is different.
So what grease spell is supposed to do is that they fall prone.
Okay.
Oh,
So, Coraline, you're riding the snail. You're looking around. You're like, okay, great. Like, okay, here's this in front of me, etc., etc. Like, you're calculating in your mind, and then all of a sudden, you feel the grip that your snail has on the track loosen completely as they just start spitting non-stop in a circle
A
as you
fish killing
just,
snail!
as it then just kind of hits this grease spot as you start spinning wildly out of control off to one side.
Slime
and
on
into the
slime is just
grass.
not a good combination,
It's
you guys.
not. It's not.
There's not enough friction
It's
left.
not enough friction as your snail spins around a couple times and you land in the grass as both of you are just laying there.
Oh no!
Does Ruben's snail just move the normal distance?
Yes.
I'm angry. All right.
So that's 80 feet for
Yeah.
Ruben's now?
80
Yeah.
feet for Ruben's snail.
So he's up to 150.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Alright, next up we have Nat.
I'm still in the race. I do not care. I cast. So are we like coming around to Ben? Is
Yes.
that what people are doing right now?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Major Image on the bend and make the bend look like it's straightened out first. Like, so it's like a peripheral thing. So when they make the turn, they're just gonna actually like kind of just, because it's gonna keep going, but it's gonna look like it's like still turning, so they hit the sides.
What are you doing?
Okay,
I'm
wait.
casting Major Image in front of you guys, so when you see it, you'd have to make like a perception check.
Yeah,
So when you're making the turn, I'm making the path in front of you look like
it's going straight.
it's like straight, but it's not. It's curved, so you're gonna hit the railing instead.
So, who's in front of you? Everyone is in front of you, correct?
Everyone's in front of
Everybody's in front of me. I do not
That's
care.
rad.
What's your casting distance on it?
Yeah, except for me.
What is your distance?
120 feet.
So you're catching, who's 120 feet? So you're catching Ruben.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone.
No one's 205 yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So, I need everyone to make perception checks.
Okay.
My question is,
Well, wait.
the
They
rep notice-
believe it's right until they take an action to discern it's real.
Oh, we have to take an action to
You would
decide.
have to take an action on Major Image to discern whether it's true or not. Like it's there or not.
Okay. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to have you all basically, if you want to try to discern it, take your action. You'll still take your movement. If you can discern if it's an action, you just won't be able to boost or anything else this round. So you'll still
Okay.
move forward. So it would start with Raven of if you want to discern if it's true or not. Or if you rush blindly ahead on red.
I guess now that Cersei would be in front of her and she's probably would take the time because she'd be looking at like, okay, do I need like, can I get in on the rail and like ride the rail? So she would be doing this now that she's in second
Okay,
place.
great.
So.
Now she's in second place. She's being a little more discerning. Great. Roll
Yeah.
me to see if you can discern if this is an image.
And that one, I'm assuming that's what you said, wisdoms that I'm disadvantaged on, right?
Just how far behind am I from everybody?
You're in last place.
I'm probably still behind. I'm dead last.
Your Cora's at 85. You got Rad at 120. You got Ruben at 150. Talos at 170. Raven at.
I thought
100,
Coraline was
yeah.
in front of me.
Coraline went over the
Got
grease
knocked
trap?
from- Yeah,
Yeah, I went over the
Coraline
grease
went off
trap.
the
I'm
horse?
not sure if I was even able to take any movement during my race.
You were able to take your movement to stand back up, but you were not, and to get back on and get on the track, but you weren't able to move ahead.
Okay.
Hey, Ivy, check your DMs.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
So wait, is Coraline at 80?
At 85.
85.
So, am I rolling at disadvantage to discern this, or what's going on?
No, it's perception check, but it's my concentration is now on the major image, so you no longer have hex on you.
But
Oh.
Ivy, tell us
I see it.
DMs.
I see
So
it.
just straight perception.
Sorry.
No, you're fine though.
It's just a
you know.
straight perception check.
Yes, straight perception.
The hex is gone.
11.
Nope.
Okay, she is riding the rail because that's what's gonna be.
Okay.
Trying to get his faster on.
Okay. Alright, so so she's currently behind you, Din. You know what, I'll look at that on my turn. On your turn. Hold on. So you ride the rail. However, you do see it go straight. You don't see the curve, so it does take a little bit of movement off. So you're only going to move the 70 instead of the 80.
Yep.
You're able to move, but that turn.
Do I
is
feel
sort
that
of-
it's all of a sudden something's weird?
Yes. You 100% now are like.
Once you go through
"That's
it, you see that it's not right.
Yeah, once you go through it, you're like, okay, whoa. You almost slam into the wall. You're able to kind of grab the reins of your snail and pull back. You're like, okay, whoa, like turning.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my interaction to yell at Cersei
Okay.
and be like, something weird's going on with the rail. Like, check
Oh, you are
direction.
Alright, Cersei's been warned. It is Cersei's, okay, great. So, Din, are you wanting to try to go back? And grab
Sure, why not?
Okay. Okay.
Gotta come up.
Yeah, you can.
Brad?
Okay, so in a rush, Red sees this, makes a turn, rushes over, jumps down, picks Coraline up, and just tosses her onto my snail and slaps the snail to let it go. I don't know what I need to roll for that.
Roll me athletics,
Okay.
and then your snail will still move their full movement back. So you'll still move, like you move probably,
Okay, and the
So
slap
back
would
to
be a
85
boost.
Then.
yeah. What was that?
And in a strange turn of events, we have green happen on black.
Yeah, and then the slap on the snail to let it go would be me trying to do the boost. So,
roll
okay,
your
I'm
handling on that one.
okay. Well, I have to do athletics first, right?
Yeah, roll me your athletics to go back, pick up Coraline, throw them on your snail, and then roll me the boost for your snail.
Okay.
Y'all
Shit.
are going. Let me put Ivy through the ringer real quick.
Chaos.
Chaos.
It's a Snerby day.
Okay, 19 for athletics.
Okay. All right. So you do boost them. 20.
No, that's athletics. I have to roll
Oh, yeah.
animal handling.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really hope this works.
You're able to go back and throw her on. And...
That's a natural 20.
Okay. All right.
That's 19, but that's still a natural 20.
Okay. So with your athletics of 19, you are able to quickly go back, pick up Coraline in one swoop, throw them on, smack the snail as they just boost forward. Oh my god. So.
My poor little mage hand is just like,
And they move.
fucking,
that
where are we
20
going,
feet back.
bro?
Oh my god.
Yeehaw.
Wait, is it just Coraline that she grabbed, or did she grab Coraline and the snail? Just Coraline. Right? It's not a snail on a snail.
Yeah, I put Coraline on my snail, and now I have
Coraline.
I have to make
other
sure.
snail.
Double decker, man.
So Coraline is on green snail and Rad is now on black snail.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Great.
So Rad is back at 85 feet now.
Hey, what is everyone's distance now?
Because
Because
Coraline boosted 20 feet, Taylor, just so you know.
okay, so Coraline
what?
went
How many?
forward 20, so she's at 105 now.
Yes.
105.
Okay, and where's Rad?
Rad's at 85.
Rad's okay. Correcting.
Rad went backwards.
This is the strangest race. The crowd is losing their minds. Like, they are cheering.
I just pulled a Lightning McQueen.
They are getting
Yep.
so into this race. They've never seen that happen, where someone's gone back, throw something else on the opposite snail, then get on their snail. They are losing their shit. Cree up in the announcer's booth is cheering along with the crowd. He thinks this is great for business. Okay. All right.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. All right.
What?
Tell us, it's your turn.
I don't even know what to do anymore.
I don't even know what to do anymore.
This is utter chaos.
Well, you're at 170. You've got 2 of us in front of you, 3 behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the boost.
Okay, so roll me animal handling, please.
5. Oh, wait. 8.
8.
Oh, and do you still have the illusion in front of you?
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Yep. How loud were you shouting back that something was weird with it?
I'm not shouting back. I'm shouting.
Forward. So just at. Okay. So.
Oh no, she would be. Yeah, she'd be. So I'm just shouting. Yeah, I'm just shouting at Cersei because she's the only one that I can actually see.
So, sorry I had you roll for that. Roll me, if you can discern to see if it's an illusion anyways. I'll go ahead and let you just roll for it since that was my bad.
Well, no, because I used my action as a boost. So
Right.
that's alright.
Okay, alright. But, I'm just gonna take 5 feet off of it. You were gonna have less speed anyways since you rolled low. So you're able to get through it, but it does seem weird to you, and your snail slows a little bit as you move the 60 feet ahead instead of the 80. But your snail seemed a little off. You're able to kind of look through the illusion now and see what happened. Oh my god.
This is what I did it for.
Alright, Cersei, you are up. What are you doing?
What am I rolling?
I don't know.
Do I have to roll perception?
You can roll me perception at advantage since Raven had called ahead and told you what was happening.
Advantage. 16 plus 23.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look ahead.
You
You're
see the
able
illusion.
Yeah, you're able to look ahead. You see it's an illusion. You're able to continue moving. So you take your full 80 feet of movement still, however. Perfect.
Cool.
Tanner, Ruben's up.
Okay, hold on. Cersei went the full 80?
Yes,
Right?
Cersei went full 80.
It's not like Ruben only has one good eye or anything. It is going towards an illusion.
It's fine.
It's fine. So perception check on that.
Yes, sir.
Dirty 20.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nice.
So Ruben is able to see through the illusion. We'll say
With
kind of look
one
ahead.
eye.
He's like,
Ruben's raised here before.
Yeah, he's like, this
That
is
looked a
right.
little
Ruben's
suspicious.
like, hold up. Like, that's not like how that's supposed to be. And you move
Hold your horses. Hold your snails.
Hold your snails.
There is supposed to be a
Hold
turn
your
here,
snails.
not a straightaway.
Yeah. And you moved your full 80 feet up. Move
Okay.
it. Coraline, what would you like to do? You're on Ralford's snail. You've switched snails.
I guess I'm going, and my mage hand is still holding my cabbage, so I'm gonna move it in front of this snail as we off.
Alright.
I am going to. What do I want to do? Because everybody's made it through the illusion, correct?
Correct.
Except Rad,
Except for
because he was kind to you.
So wait, how far am I behind? Am I like, if I moved just regular movement, what would I do?
where would you end up?
Yeah.
You would end up at 185, and the next lowest is 230.
So,
Okay.
kind of behind there.
Kind of behind. I'm going to move my illusion because I can move it during my time. And you guys are going to see the first obstacle of the course up in front of us.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be. What do I want to do?
I don't know. What do you want?
When we were doing the obstacle course, what did I see? Like, what would be something that people would want to avoid?
Giant cabbage!
There was literally just broken furniture because
Okay.
because that's all they could
You guys see a
afford.
barricade right in the center, or on the walls. So you'd have to it's gonna be like 2 stacks, like one here and one here. So you'd have to do some maneuvering to
Okay.
waste some speed on maneuvering.
Bob and weave.
Bob and weave. coming
And you
up
can
in
only
front of
cast
you
this
guys.
120 feet in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So wait. Oh, but if you'd move your full 80 first.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I move my full 80 first.
Okay, so 80 first, and then your action is casting? Okay.
Yes.
Moving, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Who are you? So who's caught up in it?
I'm still in this,
Everyone.
you guys. I'm not giving it up.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
It's a 20-foot cube. I'm not sure how wide everything is, but I'm making like so you'd have to like go.
Okay. However, Coraline, while you do this, there was something you didn't quite think about, and that was the fact that there are other.
Oh, magic's not allowed.
obstacles.
I didn't give a shit. People were casting magic.
It's more of there are other obstacles on this track.
Oh shit.
And now you're not quite sure, but you're pretty sure you just saw something get spilled across the track anyways, right before you put this rubbish.
Oh wait, what?
Yep.
So I would have saw that instead.
It was like same timing, because my action is
okay.
after yours. I go last. So,
Okay, cool.
okay, just so you're aware.
Or do you actually just go first?
Well, it's both. So, there's currently grease spilled all before the rubbish itself, this garbage that you're now seeing 2 stacks of, and a little bit of maneuvering, you're now seeing a oil slick right in front of it. So, Raven, you are first. I will need a passive perception roll, like a perception roll, or what is your passive actually? Hold on.
Passes of 14.
Okay. So
My spell save DC is 15.
Great. Perfect. So it's pretty obvious as your attention was already taken to these stacks of rubbish. However, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw for you to get through this with your snail.
Dex.
Dex.
That's what's
save.
really
the
good
2
for
large
the
piles of garbage that you're pretty sure are there, but
13.
13? Okay, 13 is not going to make it. As you rush through this, you're just going so fast on Red. He's just
I
such
was
a
gonna
fast
say,
snail.
like, she would have probably, like, slowed down a little bit.
You would have.
Yeah.
So as you approach, you still take your movement. However, I'm going to knock off 20, so you'll move 60 as you get through it.
Cool. She just like, And, I guess Cersei is still, she is going to be yelling instructions at Cersei of everything as she is seeing, because she is trying to help Cersei.
Which is so funny. Cersei's so used to people yelling orders at her. She's like, yeah, sure.
She is basically, because she knows this is going to make Cersei the happiest, like, ever if she wins this.
Happy as a clam.
She is fully, like, trying to help Cersei win.
So, Raven
So you said 60?
Yep, you've moved 60.
Yeah.
Where are we at now? Who's still in lead? Cersei still, correct?
Raven gets into the lead with that 60
Perfect.
feet.
Cersei, you also now see this grease that is ahead of you. I need a dexterity saving throw from your snail as well.
Where did they go? Where are you? I found you. Ha ha ha.
What was it?
Is the dex save?
Dex.
Or
save.
just dex?
Dex save.
Dex save.
Please.
Well, why do I bother with the same number? That's gonna be 16.
Okay, cool. So as Cersei kind of sees it and hears the instructions being called to them by Raven, they are able to move ahead the full 80 feet. You get through. It's a little slick. You kind of lose grip as the snail is rushing through, but you're able to get through and maneuver through that. Perfect. You move the full 80 feet. All right. And next is Talus. Talus, I would like a dexterity saving throw from your snail as well to get through this grease.
It's cocked.
That's it.
What that was. Dex, just straight up Dex or Dex saving?
Dex saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay, so you also struggle a little bit as your snail loses its grip. It's rushing ahead to try to catch up. You also move 60 feet ahead. You are still able to move ahead. It's just going to kind of lose a little bit of that traction as it's trying to regain its speed. Perfect.
Question.
Yes, dear.
So Talus has cunning action as a bonus action, but I don't think she can use that as a snail, right?
I'd probably say no.
I would say probably not. I could try, but probably
Yeah.
not.
Snail rogue.
Snail.
I mean, is your snail a
A
rogue?
rogue snail.
Is it a snog?
It's a snow.
Okay, just checking.
I think I accidentally missed you, Rutherford. Will you go ahead and take your turn? I think I jumped down one.
No.
You went Raven,
Yeah, I know.
Cersei,
I
then
looked
back
over
up to
and I was like,
Talus.
what?
I'm like,
No, yeah, I was like, how am
I looked
I?
over and I was like, why?
I thought there was a reason for it.
I'm like,
We're gonna
oh, it's,
say yes.
it's whoever's in the lead. That's
gonna let
who's
it go.
first
I'm
now.
gonna say
No,
yes,
no, no.
but no, I think I jumped down because I have them written off to one side. I'm like, wait, I think I looked over there and not on my initiative.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Rutherford.
Did you think about my question earlier?
It does not give you extra, it gives you advantage.
Can I try that then?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take my movement and with boost with the advantage on the boost, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yay for being barbarian.
Are
Okay.
you on my snail?
Yes. You traded snails. Yes.
Umber's snail has continued on.
Okay, so I'll take the full movement and then the boost with advantage.
Correct.
Y'all, this is not my day. I rolled a 3 and a 7, which makes it 6.
Oh.
So we just chug it along. Choo-choo.
I think I can. I think I can. I think
Snoo, snoo.
I can.
Nah, this is not my night. You know what? It's a no. Didn't someone say it's a no bones day, right?
It might
It's
be.
no bones day.
It
Yep.
might be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hi. Hello. I'm the one being affected.
So Rutherford, this snail you're on now is unfamiliar to you. This Coraline snail, you're not as familiar with this one as you might have been your own, and so it's giving you now a little bit of trouble as you had kind of hopped on and expected to rush forward, and it's unfamiliar with your weight. It just kind of freaks out for a second, and you move 60 feet instead of the 80.
I didn't ask to be 6'7". Well, no, I kind of did that to myself, but
Yeah, you did.
we're just going along with it. It's all right.
All right, Ruben, your turn.
Snail's like, oh my gosh, it's a giant wolf on me.
Ruben need to make a deck save for that.
You do.
Ruben's going to use his other portent.
Okay.
So overall 15.
Overall 15? Okay, so you are able to make it through then. As Ruben's like, oh.
Ruben saw this coming.
Ruben's like, oh, I just did this. Hold on, I can get through this. As he rushes through, you're able to gain traction. You wobble a little bit, as Jelly is not the biggest fan of this grease, as you know, but continues on. You move your 80 feet. Perfect. All right,
I
Coraline.
think we're dodging the. Were we not able to use boost because we were
Yes.
dodging?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just want to make sure that I didn't misunderstand.
Nope, you understood correctly. Coraline.
I'm in the back and I see these things and I know my trash is not, there. I'm going to use my movement and as my action,
Uh-huh.
I still have my mage hand with some cabbage.
You do.
I'm going to now druid craft the cabbage and make it like plural and look all pretty and super delicious.
Okay.
So it has like even more like persuasion to like get after it.
Okay.
Like hopefully the snail will only see the cabbage.
I want you to roll a performance check to see how beautiful
Fuck
you
yeah.
can
All right.
make this cabbage. First off, this fake illusion cabbage. Roll me performance.
My cabbages.
I am
My cabbage.
That was kind. There we go. Okay. 18.
18. This cabbage is stunning. Like, you look like you grew this cabbage yourself out of a fresh garden that you worked so many months on to make the perfect cabbage. Roll me persuasion advantage.
Woo! At advantage.
As this cabbage is perfect and your snail is not very smart.
The most perfect
Oh, there it is.
cabbage in the land.
The most perfect cabbage in the land.
Making all the other cabbages go, wow.
Persuasion? Persuasion? 15. I think I'm gonna use my now luck that I
Okay.
got.
Okay.
Or not luck,
Your
inspiration.
inspiration. So roll a d6 and add it to it.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. So, as you are, like, making and crafting this perfect cabbage, and you're holding it and loading it right in front of the snail. Like, come on, like, this is the perfect cabbage.
Come on, Green Machine, you know you want it.
You move 100 feet ahead, as it is boosted 20 extra feet, as he is quickly trying to grab this cabbage. So you move 100 feet ahead.
Gosh! I have no idea where I'm at anymore. I feel like I'm the only one that didn't.
You're
actually
right
take
behind
notes on
Talus.
this.
You're 5 feet behind Talus now.
Yeah.
You're catching up pretty good.
Perfect. What?
By the way, I realized we forgot about Raven Snail's movement speed, so they're actually at 330 instead of 320.
330? Okay, instead of 320.
Oh.
So probably
330.
1 or 2 more rounds of Snerby. Got it. Perfect. Thank you, Tanner.
Snerby.
Oh my god. Alright, so we are top of the round with Raven. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm capturing a channel of points over on Twitch, so I
Yes,
can
you
give.
are.
Cersei's getting a inspiration from my
I haven't
channel.
used the first one yet.
I want you to win this thing because I know how. Val knows how happy Cersei will be.
I love the snail.
I love the snail. Alright, so.
Is there anything in front? Any other obstacles?
Nope, not that you're saying yet.
Not that I'm saying. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to attempt to boost my snail.
Okay, roll me animal handling. This is the most chaotic, like, game I've ever run.
I am fully prepared for this to go wild.
Let's
That's a 15.
Go.
That's a 15?
Yep.
Perfect. Alright, so you boost ahead. With your 15, you go 90 feet as you are continuing to trail along. You know that Cersei is doing a fantastic job and you're going to keep, encouraging them. However, you don't also want to come in last, so you just, you're staying up there.
Plus an extra
Is
10.
that-
I was saying,
Yeah,
you
is-
get your extra 10.
So you go
you're-
100.
So you go 100.
Does she see the finish
Magical
line 50 feet in front of her then?
Yes, she does. Standing at the finish line, Kree has come down from his announcement booth as you guys have gotten closer and is standing at the edge of the finish line with a checkered flag that he will wave himself. Stay focused, Coraline.
Stay focused.
And I'm gonna use my interaction to yell at Cersei, being like, "You got this! Keep going!" As she's like,
This is so cute. Oh my god. Alright, Rutherford, you are next up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my movement and boost with hopefully advantage this time.
Okay, go ahead.
Good. You know, I'm gonna pick some new days. This is
Probably a good idea.
everyone should send rad dice, so lots of
Salted
selection.
red dice.
2 nat 20s.
Shit.
No, I kid you not.
Serious?
All you had to do was switch your dice.
All I had to do was nat 20.
Yep.
And wait, where'd it go? Wait, no, there it is.
Not
Nat
that one.
20.
Wait, not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one. This one.
Alright, perfect. Rutherford, for the first time this entire race, you kind of get a grip on the snail. It seems to be listening to you. You're like, okay, come on. We just don't want to be like this far behind. Like, come on.
It's a good snail. Umbra Snail's a good snail.
I'm gonna say, Umbra Snail, just finish the race.
You boost ahead 100 feet.
Yay! Where were you two earlier?
Let's go.
As Ralpher has now reached the halfway point.
Okay, Talus, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Listen, I get that I'm projecting on my character a bit, but I just need to project that much as I really can't run in anything. My mile time's like 25 minutes.
Okay. Alright, Talus, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna. Really have to pause
I love it.
Alice
Just
plots.
damage in the middle of the freaking race.
Ruben's done this plenty of times.
Okay.
Eating a
Okay.
sandwich during the race is nothing.
Alright, so, Talus?
I'm gonna do another cabbage, but a big one.
Okay, a big cabbage?
Yeah.
Big cabbage. Who are
You've
you-
seen the little cabbage. You will get the bigger one.
The big cabbage. Who are you doing this to? What's your
Who's in
cast
first
range? In first is Cersei. Correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
No, Raven
Bill?
currently.
No, Raven
Raven.
pulled forward.
Sorry. That's right. Raven pulled forward.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have it roll in front of Raven's snail.
What's your cast distance?
So what's your cast distance?
Oh, good point. Good.
This is the most chaotic game I've ever run.
30.
30
Maybe
feet.
not.
30 feet.
Yeah, I'm a little farther than 30.
If it's 30 feet, you could reach Ruben. Or you can reach Coraline.
Yeah.
Do not.
Fine, I'll do a bonus then. Or a bonus, a boost.
Okay, cool. Roll me animal handling, please.
Thank you.
It was a good try. I
12.
I applaud your efforts.
I do applaud your efforts. 12.
Very sneaky
Okay,
try.
perfect.
Yeah.
So you boost ahead 90 feet as you continue on. You realize that you kind of look ahead. You realize that they're a little bit farther than you'd like them to be. So you're going to boost ahead to see maybe if next round, if they don't reach the finish line in the next round, you're like, maybe I can get them then. So you boost ahead 90 feet. Perfect. All right. Next is Cersei.
Thirsty.
Do
Got a
it.
boost.
Do it.
We're gonna zoom.
You gonna zoom me?
Zoomies.
Do me a zoom.
We're gonna do a zoom. Ooh.
Ooh.
Remember, you still have a D6 and a D4 that you can
This
use.
is correct.
And you're only 100 feet from winning.
120.
120 feet from winning.
Now I'm gonna add that D6 just for the giggles.
Okay.
Just for the giggles and shits. Oh, a 5 on that D6.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay, so that would be a 23.
Okay. You boost ahead as you are
Ooh.
getting encouragement from Talus. You're getting kind of cheered on. You boost ahead 100 feet as she's like, "Come on, look, you got this, Cersei. Like, go!" And you move ahead. Go ahead. All right. Perfect. All right.
I'm proud of you!
All right. Tanner, it's Ruben's turn.
Oh my gosh.
I guess Ruben's just going to boost.
Okay.
There's
Cool.
nothing better to do.
He's got nothing better to do.
He's just eating a sandwich.
He's just a happy being.
That is a 15 plus 5 for a dirty 20.
Ooh, all right. He moves ahead
Ooh.
100 feet as he's like, I'm fine. I'm just gonna munch my sandwich. But he sprints ahead anyways. His snail is like, oh, we're really far behind. Okay, off we go, and kind of just continues on as Jelly happily bounces along the trail. Now,
It's so cute.
I love Jelly. I love Jelly. I want
still don't know
artwork
your
of
name,
every
Mr.
single
Snail.
snail. Like, I just
And
want
I am
art.
going to again continue my druid craft, just fully focusing on making my cabbage and like maybe adding some like carrots and some other stuff, like starting to like sprout out, like a little.
Are you making
fan of
bouquet?
carrots. So
Or
it's
a
like a little like,
salad?
peacock with like the cabbage as the head, and then like a fan of carrots, like that type of shit. Like, come on, snail, you can do it, buddy.
Coraline just made a salad peacock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Making little pea head noises.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
What am I doing?
Roll me persuasion.
Oh lord.
This is the strangest game I've ran.
Now,
You're welcome.
because it is a salad peacock,
Yes.
can I argue advantage?
Does
tell
it
you what.
confuse the snail?
I'll tell you what. Roll the advantage.
Yes!
Oh my lord. What is this?
You! Damn it!
What'd you get?
I can't even read my fucking persuasion. What's my persuasion?
I don't know. What's your persuasion?
11.
The snail's like, I like the idea of this, but I'm
I
not
like-
quite sure
like,
about the noise.
I'm not sure I'm into it. I should have made it into like a little like a cabbage with like a carrot underneath, so it'd be like a snail.
Oh, we didn't want to eat a snail?
I should have done that instead.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, so
Snail.
it is a little bit confused as you do this. It's kind of like bobs its eye stalks and blinks a lot. At first it was like, ah yes, a cabbage. I'm very familiar with that, what that is. This baffles your snail. It's a little
I
bit
want it or not.
You do move the 80 feet, however, it does not boost ahead. It's now it's trying to figure out what this is that's in front of it, like this bright object. So,
Do I see the drow?
Turn.
yes, you do see. You can kind of see Kree like standing there. He's not like. It's not hard to spot him.
Perfect. I just wanted to know if I just wanted to make sure I could see him. I'm losing my posties.
You can see Kree.
Continue.
My God.
I was just wanting to make sure.
We love a hot
Hard
drow.
eyes.
We love a hot drow. So, I need. So as you are approaching the finish line, you're getting there. You're almost there. You can see the edge of it. You can see Kree standing there with a checkered flag.
It's so cool.
Oh my
Yes.
god! You do see one of the other adventurers kick over a large barrel full of cabbages that roll across.
Fucking cabbages. How many cabbages?
Raven,
Of course
you
there's
are
cabbages.
first up. I need you to make an animal handling check to make sure that your snail stays on track and does not get distracted by the delicious cabbages that are now rolling.
I give inspiration! My mouse is dying! I couldn't move to unmute!
Okay, you're
What?
giving it to Raven?
To whoever snail is about to get distracted by that giant barrel of
Raven says first.
Raven, yeah.
Okay. Raven.
D4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is a total of a 8.
Okay.
Damn it!
So,
Oh.
Raven, your snail starts veering off as it spots one particular cabbage. You move 60 feet ahead, though.
60 feet ahead. I will cross the finish line.
So,
Valley is like scooping up one as we're going across.
here's how this is going to work. I'm going to get you all to the finish line and then have you roll contested animal handling checks to see who gets there first, depending on who. Because I think Cersei will get there as well. So I'll have you roll contested.
Ruben might get there.
Ruben might get there. So
Might
I'm gonna
get
have you roll
Okay.
contested animal
How
handling.
many feet am I behind?
Okay.
So-
If Raven doesn't get there first, I have a role play that I want to.
Yeah, absolutely. So you will say you're at the finish line. You're about to cross.
Okay.
Rutherford, this is your turn.
We're going again with the boost,
Okay.
with the advantage.
Roll me animal handling, please.
You know, I got a new dice tray so that wouldn't happen. But I, again, lose it then.
So
What number?
Get?
That's a 3 and a 4, so that's still a 3.
You're gonna move 60 feet. Your snail is trucking along, but yet not really in a hurry. He really doesn't seem to be in a hurry at all.
You know what? I realized that, so I'm just gonna chill back and just.
Rutherford's like, this is fine. You know what? That's cool. Alright.
He pulls out a biscuit.
He's just back there munching on a biscuit, leisurely enjoying the snail.
He's like,
Oh,
Ruben's
poor
done
Ruben.
this and knows a few things.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Do what Ruben does. Eat some food.
Eat some food, enjoy your comfort food. Alright, Talus,
No.
it is your turn.
I'm just gonna action boost.
Okay.
Try to get there.
Alright.
18.
18. Okay, perfect. So you move ahead as the snail realizes how close everybody else is to the end line and then spots these cabbages. You move 100 feet ahead. Where does that put Talus here?
That puts them at 480.
40? Okay, perfect. So also at the end.
Mhm.
Great.
How much did Nat move?
Nat's at
I just made-
365.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, I was about to say, hold on. I was like looking over at my numbers, I was like, hold on.
Do I have any option of even making it to the end in this next round?
Not 20ing it with your boosty boost.
That'll get you 100 feet.
So Talus, roll me animal handling check again, real quick, just to see if they're distracted at all by the cabbages.
The cabbages.
Yeah, all of the cabbages.
Please below.
Cabbages.
20? Okay, no, they are. Talus, you are on track. You are on board. You're like, we are so close. We just have to get there. So you'll be at the finish line. You'll also need to roll a contested animal handling when we get to that point. Perfect. All right, Cersei, your turn.
That's so good. Okay.
You still have a D4.
Cersei, you're only 20 feet away.
I'm fucking 20 feet away. Come on. Wait, what am I rolling again?
Wait, what are we rolling? Animal handling.
What am I rolling? Okay, animal handling. I was like, okay, I know there's cabbages. I don't
You're
know if that
already going
changes.
to move. You, Cersei, no. You're already going to be able to cross the finish line. It's just a matter of avoiding the cabbages. So roll me animal handling.
So just
avoid.
animal handling. Okay,
Yes.
just want to make sure that I wasn't confused.
Nope, you are doing a fantastic job.
Ooh, 19 plus animal handling is 23. I gotta roll that 4 because why the fuck not? I rolled a 4. What the fuck?
Damn, Cersei on
27?
fire tonight. Holy shit.
Cersei is gonna finish
That's a good
strong.
number.
Okay, either way, you're good. You are easily able to avoid these
Random.
cabbages. Like, you're there. Okay, you will need to roll a contested animal handling along with Talus and Raven when we get to that point. Perfect. Tanner, where's Ruben? What are they doing?
Ruben's snacking on his sandwich, and he's like, "It's all right, Jelly. I know you want the cabbages, but I have something better saved up for you."
Aww. Okay, roll me animal handling, Tanner. I love Ruben.
That's a 19 plus 5 for 24.
Okay, great. So you move 100. So you move 100 feet. You are also at the finish
Oh
line.
my god.
Jelly was like, I know you will, man.
I know you would.
Tanner, you will be
You
included.
give
So
me that
Ruben's
good
at what?
stuff.
4:30 now?
No, that
That was
5:10 now.
They're at 5:10, so they will also need to be.
I missed one then.
All right, so
Get that lettuce.
perfect. So that'll be you four so far. Now,
Get that cabbage.
Alright. I see the cabbages, but
Yes.
mine is still looking beautiful. I'm ditching the carrots. Carrots ain't doing shit for me. And I'm going to use my mage hand to like swing it in front of its eyes and like give it a little like cabbage performance of like it like fluttering and like
right.
you don't want to be distracted. This is the cabbage that you
This is
want.
the
The one
cabbage
that's
you
like
want.
right ahead.
Roll me persuasion.
This is the cabbage you're looking for.
Roll me
This
persuasion.
is the cabbage.
The DC is kind of high just because there are a bunch of cabbages, but roll me a persuasion check.
If I'm like really performing it, can I say performance?
It does not know what you're doing. It just knows there's
Like, there's
It's just a
cabbage
cabbage.
here,
It
there's
is-
cabbage
You're
there.
right.
There's cabbages.
The cabbage. There's a cabbage everywhere. There's a cabbage.
Please. I just wanted
You
to
get a
make sure that-
cabbage, and you get a cabbage, and
Everything
you
on
get a
it.
cabbage.
Everyone in the audience is losing their minds. They are loving this.
What is this race?
I love it so much.
I love it here.
Coraline?
14?
Sadly, he is distracted.
Wait. I have
That's
14
cheating.
minutes
That's
for
cheating.
Cheating.
Okay, you know what? I will give it to you this
I did not
once.
scare
This
her.
is the only time I will give it to
Oh,
you.
it's a
since this-
4! 19!
This is the only time you're ever going to get it. That one.
19!
This is the only time.
That's
I'm
an abuse of power.
This is the only time you're
You
getting
give
to
it
do
to
that.
me, I will use it.
You can quote me.
Abuse it.
No, you can quote me. This is the only time you're getting to use that. At least for yourself. Only time.
Okay.
Only because we're only at the almost because we're at the end of it. Great.
I just
Okay,
want to cross the
you,
line, man.
you're able to cross the finish line. So let's see.
Yes!
Yeah, that would be 100 feet. So
That's a 465.
465. Nope, you're not quite there. So you're not quite there, but you're not last.
You're not last.
So I need Raven and Talus and Cersei and Ruben to all roll me contested animal handling checks.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh my god, Raven.
Alright, I'm gonna start with Raven.
Dirty 20.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Talus?
7.
7. Okay. Cersei?
19.
Tanner?
16.
Okay, so in order of how they cross the finish line, Raven, you zoom across first, followed very closely by Cersei, followed by Ruben, who is enjoying their sandwich, and Talus, you come in you come in fourth.
Not last.
Not last. Followed by Coraline as fifth, and Ralliford as sixth as you cross over the finish line. Cree is waving the checkered flag wildly as you cross over, Raven, as the crowd is losing their minds. They are applauding and cheering. This is one of the best amateur races they have ever seen.
Just real quick, Ruben hands Cree a sandwich as they pass.
Yeah, Cree grabs it and starts immediately munching on it while he's cheering, like one hand holding the checkered flag, the other munching on this Reuben sandwich. And the crowd is going wild. You look up and you realize that the crowd has grown exponentially as the amount of cheering and intensity of this race has drawn a much larger crowd. You can see patrons from the Adventurers Guild. You can see normal tourists. They are just loving this entire race. As Cree...
Raven immediately goes over to like Cersei and like is like grabs her arm and is like holding it up.
The 100% like Cersei like pops one over to Raven, like giving her a hug, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the crowd is going wild, applauding, cheering, just loving it. Raven, this is the closest you've come to winning. Like, This was a good race for you. You are very
Raven goes over and is like, get over here!
Yeah. I don't even finish half the time. That was the wrong accent.
This is amazing! I'm so glad you coached us! This is so good!
Yeah, people are coming
I'm
up
gonna
to
move
all
my
of you.
major image because it's still up. I haven't cast a different concentration spell, so it's like confetti falling down on everybody.
And
That's what it looks like it.
The Adventurers Guild patrons are like running up, clapping Talus on the back. They're giving Coraline high fives. They're giving Rutherford like a little bit of a nudge as they're like, that was really funny. Watching you pick up and throw that person. Like every single one of you is getting recognition of some sort for just how wild that race was.
I go up to Raven and I wonder if I can do this. Can I pick both Raven and Cersei up and like? I know I can put Raven on my shoulder, but...
Raven is small, so she's like 5.
Yeah, I'll definitely put Raven on my shoulder and I'll like hug Cersei and lift her up a bit and then put Raven on my shoulder.
Cersei's bigger and has like full armor, like...
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't know if I can pick up someone in full armor,
kind of,
but...
Like, pick them up a little bit, like off
just,
their
like,
feet.
Wrapping her arms around him, like, oh my gosh.
Talus, you look like you wanted to say something.
Grab Ruben! Grab Ruben!
I'm just saying, it's so cute.
Yeah. Oh.
Grab Ruben.
I'm gonna start foolishly like making like one of those like the thing that they put on like giant like the horses of like the giant like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start feverishly making like one for Cersei with like Druidcraft and like a bunch of like seeds. Like, come on, fucking go.
So after a round of applause and the crowd cheering, giving Talus pats on the back, giving Coraline high fives, giving Cersei like a round of applause, just the overall good energy, like giving Ruben a couple of high fives and fist bumps as this is the best they've seen Ruben do. The crowd eventually does quiet down. They're like, wow, that's a really good race. They're going to start setting up for the next one. You see a crew of people go out and start resetting the tracks and everything else like that. Cree does come up. That was phenomenal. That was excellent racing. I'm impressed. Ruben, good job. You finally finished one and almost won. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Sandwich was delicious as always. Who are your friends here? They were incredible.
Well, Ruben's like the best coach we could have asked for.
He's pretty good. May not be the best racer. Good coach.
Oh, he phenomenal. Like, highly recommend.
Right. I'm Cree. I'm the owner of this track. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you for providing such a phenomenal show for my patrons. It was...
Thank you for hosting. This was a great experience.
Yes, thank you. It's a very beautiful track. You've taken very well take care of it.
Oh, well thank you. I do appreciate that. He stands about 6'5", just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be my ungo.
This is your life. That's it. Coraline's done. Well,
this is very taken aback.
Like, hey.
I mean, like, it was a lot of fun.
I know I didn't do like super good, but like.
You are.
I would love
were
to do it again.
You all were just phenomenal. Thank you for coming and participating. If there's ever a time you'd like to come back and run one of the other courses, you're more than welcome.
Really?
At
Can
any
you do this
time.
again?
At any time.
Next time we'll get the clubs out and smack each other.
Ah, you're pretty good at
Now that is a race that I can do.
Dad, I think you'd be good at that one.
I think
Real
you'd
good at
be
that one.
excellent at that one. I think you could make a decent coin off of that if you were ever interested.
I have a question. Do you ever do, like, partner races? Because I think also Red might have just invented that if you don't.
I
Ready.
did see that. It kind of looks between Coraline and Rad. That was a good move. That was pretty clever. I always wanted to call ref on it, but it was pretty funny. It was really good. A relay race may be a thing.
You might want to consider it. It's highly entertaining.
It was. It was very entertaining. Yeah. Are you okay? That you looked like he kind of like chucked you on a snail. Are you all right?
Perfectly fine over here.
Okay, as long as you're good, I can do that. If you need it, like.
What's the this is out of character. Because I can't think of it. What is that thing? Like, what is it called when someone like they have an idea and they're like, oh yeah, I'll take a percentage of that if you do go through with that.
I don't know.
Okay, royalties. We're like, if you do that partner racing, relay, whatever. We'll chat royalties later.
Well, of course. I have to give you credit. Absolutely. But in the meantime, it was lovely to meet you all. I didn't catch your names.
The winner here, that's Raven.
Pleasure to meet you, Raven. Congrats on your winnings.
Thank you.
Blame Cersei.
Cersei, congratulations. You were wonderful as well. Kind of looks over the Talus. And you?
Alice.
Nice
It
to
was
meet
very
you.
fun. Thank you for allowing us to participate.
Anytime. You were also wonderful. Pretty clever. Kind of gestures to Ruben, kind of already knowing. And you, Miss?
I'm Ruben. I know you already know who I am, but I felt left out.
Okay, it's nice to see you, Ruben, as always. And you?
I'm Coraline.
Oh, it's nice to meet you as well. Well, if you ever
Pleasure is mine.
Well, if you ever would like to come back, you're always welcome. I've got some other things to take care of and more races to announce, but come back anytime. And so kind of wave and step away.
My name is Radolfer. It's nice to meet you.
That was kind of rude now that I think about that. That's right. Right?
Well, you did mention business deals before introducing yourself.
It was a joke. Do people not get that?
No, but it's also a great idea, and you should really talk to him about it.
I really should.
Extra coin is never a bad thing.
It's a good idea. You just go up and go, I didn't actually get to introduce myself. Let's talk about that as well.
Let's talk business.
It's a good way. It's a good opening.
Listen, I get that you think extra coin is good, but I don't think I can guarantee that much anymore.
Okay.
Just think of all the demoing you would get to do. You toss Coraline all the time.
Please do not throw me all the time.
Okay, we'll find you a couple kobolds that you can practice with.
That sounds familiar.
Kobolds. Where have I heard that before?
Weird.
Coraline's been eyeing the stands and the masses of people watching them. Is anything standing out to her?
Not
Anything?
Really. No, it's just like a
Okay.
crowd. It's a sea of faces. You don't see anybody that's necessarily standing out. Everybody just seems to be having a really nice time, talking to each other.
Okay.
Not
Her back's gonna be to the crowd.
Yeah,
She's gonna be facing whatever ways.
Yeah, there's not anybody that seems to have you don't feel eyes on you. You don't feel like you're being watched. You just feel like the general vibe of the crowd.
Keyword though is crowd.
Yeah.
By the way.
I know. Is there anything else you six would like to do while you're standing here?
Ruben, sorry
Yeah?
to interrupt your sandwich again.
I just realized who Ruben reminds me of. Do you remember the Lilo and Stitch show with the little
Ruben.
Yeah.
Lilo and
Yes,
Stitch.
I just now realized that's who it reminded me of. I was like, why does this character sound so familiar? Holy shit!
Extremely intelligent. Much rather make sandwiches.
I love you so much.
I took that and I took Long John Silver from Treasure Island.
that makes sense. Okay. Anyways,
that fits so painfully well.
How many sandwiches have you had already today?
Like, I think it's my sixth.
Impressive.
Ruben, I know you're selling your sandwiches, and I don't want to take you away from that, but is there possible I can chat with you after you're done work? And
Yeah.
I'd love to like hear more about this bag and like your arm, if that's okay with you. And
yeah, one of my friends helped me build this. His name was Heldir.
Sorry, the spelling of that. And at this point, she like pulls out a notebook.
Heldir Norsewind.
You waited until the last second!
She, at this point, she just stops mid-quill. And she's like...
Rattlefer's jaw just drops.
Can you spell that last name for me?
Norsewind.
I would really like to take you out for a couple of drinks tonight.
Sounds all right with me.
Beautiful. And I totally this one. Rad, what was the tavern we were staying at?
I don't know. What tavern are we?
My mind go blank.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The dented helmet.
Dented helmet. Yeah. Just after dinner. Is that
sure thing?
Beautiful. At this point, she's gonna put her hand on your arm and go, this is really important, more than you'll ever know.
Doing so on me tonight.
He just stares at his arm, real confused.
No, like you have.
I just nudge Raven and be like, basically a nudge of like, we'll get into it later. Like just.
I'm gonna go check on Valley. And at this point, she's gonna go walk off to in shop.
Oh my lord. Boy, the mother.
All the chaos today.
That was clarified. That is Raven's dad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, I was not expecting that.
Haldir, we were all like, fine. Norsewind, we all went.
Well, no, he said Haldir, and I was like, why does that sound familiar? Minus Lord of the Rings. Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
So, you're able to find your snails.
I have given Cersei her little tiny, it's just gonna be a front part for a little, like, bouquet of flowers. Oh no, I guess it's Cersei and Raven.
Yeah. So.
I walk over to Raven. I'm really glad that my bribe worked in your favor, because now that you're the winner, it's kind of perfect opportunity to ask all of the questions that you need to ask tonight.
Sorry,
Hi.
bribe?
Anyway, go check on your snail, and I walk away.
That just ruined the fun.
But at this point, like it kind of just goes over her head, and she walks over to Valley, and she's kind of probably shock petting Valley, and be like,
Emotional support snail.
Yeah, you're petting
that
Valley.
I've ever seen. Let's go find Borin. Let's go talk about trail snail pamphlets to Borin.
Okay, all right.
Oh my god.
So eventually you guys are able to leave the track after getting a couple more people that come up and watch the race. Like they'll kind of give Raven their congratulations. You're a little out of it. You're a little still in shock.
She kind of just like
thanks.
Politely nods and like thanks them. And...
like a little polite, awkward smile. Eventually you guys are able to take the snails back to Borin, and he feeds and waters them. Do you want to have this conversation now with Ruben? I know it's getting late. I don't want to hold you guys up too late. That's why I was asking.
Oh, is this why you started hinting about next week?
Yeah.
Tanner, do you want to come back next week?
I can come back because I don't know how much Ruben knows about.
Cool. All right. So we'll end session for here. Eventually, we'll say that you guys get back to the bar and you're able to take them back, and you're on your way back to the dented helmet.
All Ivy did was give me a name.
Oh, lordy.
I give you a couple.
Can we say that Raven does pull Rad aside and before we get back to Borin and was like, so You draw a little bit, right?
More or less in my free time.
You can draw snails, right?
I've already doodled a few.
Beautiful. Boring!
Oh, we're doing this now. Okay.
Boring!
Yeah, yes, as he's brushing, like, one of the snails with a little, like, bristled comb, just... Yes.
Little polishing brush.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Do you have business pamphlets or, for your trail snails and your services?
No?
Well.
Do I need those?
I was wondering, I want to get into more writing, and like to be a good bard, you have to get your name out there in writing. And if I came up with a nice little like a flyer for you, and then Rad over there potentially could like draw a little snaily thing on it and like make it all look all pretty. And if you have a logo, we could maybe do a logo and like.
Okay. That sounds really nice, actually. Let's talk about that. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to come up with a design, we'll look at it and workshop it and talk about it. Yeah, that sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
Cool, I got 2 weeks. Awesome.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, that'd be great. And like maybe we'll come back like tomorrow or like the next day. I don't know how long we're gonna be here,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be.
That's fine. Yeah, anytime.
I just put a paw on Raven's back, just like calm.
Calm. Okay. Perfect.
We'll think of something, and we'll bring it to you.
Please do come back, and I hope today was fun. As he's kind of starting to put the snails and the tack away.
Very fun. Please give Valley a lovely treat tonight. He was great.
Oh, they're all going to get wonderful treats. They did a wonderful job today keeping you all on track and keeping you safe. They're getting a treat, don't worry.
Ruben already creating treats for all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ruben's already making all of the little snail treats.
And we'll see you tonight,
Ruben. In the background, just holding those snails' head, just kind of rubbing, going, the best snail ever. Just like, just mushing and squishing and loving this snail, like, you're so great.
Is the next race happening?
Yeah, the best.
Is the next
snail.
race? The race is happening.
Yeah, I thought there was a
dirt
Snerby after us.
Yeah, were you wanting to stay for the next race?
Kinda.
Yeah, okay. We can say that you stayed behind.
Gamble.
I'm going to be sitting right at like the finish line.
Okay.
Like maybe too intensely checking out Cree.
Just has the binoculars. Okay.
Like
Ruben,
watching the race,
just
but
do
definitely
with,
watching like
Cree
Cree.
Okay. Alright.
Just like not point where like he would probably notice, but like also just like a casual watcher, like, oh, hey, he's waving the flag.
Wow.
No,
He's
you
waving the
position
flag.
yourself
Yeah.
so you can just casually stare down the track, but looking at him the entire time.
He's really good at flag waving. Like
Really good.
Really
Like
good.
those bicep muscles, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, he's got a good like swish.
Good switch.
The flag wave. The
Oh
flag
my
wave
God,
really.
I've never seen an elf that
Okay.
looks like that. I've been surrounded by elves my entire time. I've never seen an elf look like that.
Okay.
The grin,
Well,
all that working.
we will end
The
session.
flowing hair.
We'll see. Coraline and Rolly will pick up next week, next session in 2 weeks, starting off with you and this
It's just
lovely
I'm
elf.
not interacting with this.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah, you
you
are.
are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
He'll
You
interact.
got 2 weeks to think of it.
He'll interact with you.
What?
So we'll say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll start off with Coraline.
But you started this.
From there, we will have a very interesting conversation with our lovely Ruben and Raven.
No.
So 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks on the Friday, we will be back here once again. Rectification, episode 20. Damn. Yeah, so this has been our lovely Snerby. Shout out to Tanner, our lovely guest, for not only being on stream tonight, but also dropping the largest bomb.
Oh
on
my
this
god.
Me
And
making an entire chaos character, then Ivy and I having a
that's
lesson
serious,
talk.
like, oh my god. As well as creating all of the mechanics for our Snerby, which was wonderful.
Snerby.
You did an absolutely
Snerby.
incredible job. Thank you. But
Loved our Snerby.
once again, so I will be over on, yes, November 5th, thank you. So I will be over on Adventures in Initiative, who were so lovely earlier to raid us. Next Friday, the 29th, over on their channel, playing a level 20 character. You can donate to drop monsters on us and watch us try to survive. It'll be a good time. All of the money goes to Extra Life. And then on November 13th, Rolling for Charity 2021, which some of my lovely people are participating in, will be raising money for Doctors Without Borders once again this year. So,
And if you like Tanner, they'll be there too.
They will be.
Val and I are having a segment together.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring up snails. We'll figure this something
You're
out.
gonna figure something out. And we will be back.
I'll make dad jokes for Raven.
Oh my god. Alright, so 2 weeks.
Oh god.
We are going to go raid somebody. I see Grim is online, but I'm also scared that we're going to accidentally like switch again. So,
That was insane.
Do a quick check to see how they are.
I was say, do a quick check for me. And
I'm gonna pop over, do a quick check. Let me see.
Let us see if they're ready. But thank you, Tanner, for being on tonight. We'll see.
It looks like they're still going. They look like they're deep in the fields. They're deep in the fields.
Ooh, they're deep in the fields. Let's go raid Grim Songbird, who's doing the one.
There's a lot of crying in the chat. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Ooh, I love it.
Okay, perfect.
It's gonna be the good shit.
So
It's gonna be like a complete reversal of like Snerby to like
now we're crying.
emotional.
Perfect. I'm going to transition us out. We will be back in 2 weeks, and we'll see you then.